Hey y'all, welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and, talk. Medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx, and sometimes some on the lighter side of medium games like we have today. So today we're going to be playing Rhein River Trade, designed by Stefania Nicolini and Marco Canetta. It's published by Giochi Uniti, I think is how you say it, but it was graciously provided by DeVere America. So big thanks to them for today's playthrough copy. What? All right. So, welcome. And Amanda just looked really confused there for a minute. Sorry about that. So, this came out in Essen 2016 and was a game that I initially was on my to check out list while I was at Essen. And I wanted to look at it. So I took a look at it while I was at Essen. Unfortunately, by the time I made it over to their booth, they had already sold out, which that's a good sign, I guess. And so we recently procured a copy, and we figured we would do a live playthrough and teach the game, because I don't think there's a whole lot of buzz about it out there. Yeah, it's a logistics game, and God knows how we like logistics. So I am happy to be joined today by wife and co-host Amanda.
Hello.
And then the usual crew. Over to my left, we have Ash.
Hello there.
Then next is Amanda, and then Matt.
Hello.
And, of course, Sweater Mike.
I'm here.
So, Rhein River Trade, like I said, it's a logistics game. It's all about moving goods from the city of Basel and fulfilling contracts to these different cities along the Rhine River. So, I figured we'll just go ahead and get into it. I think that's the best way to do this. So, we're playing 5 players tonight. Tonight, really? It's 11:30 on Saturday, or today. Today, So we're playing 7 rounds. Actually, Matt, I'll let you be my hands. We're going to play 7 rounds because 5 players. Everyone starts with their income / money / victory points all at 20. Now, we're going to use these terms interchangeably throughout the game to where this is your victory point track. This is also your income track. This is also your available cash reserves to spend. So if you hear us using any of those terms throughout the game, understand that it's all one and the same.
Oh, that's so cool that they're all abstracted together like that.
Yeah,
cool.
And it makes it easier, kind of, in a sense. So this is a lighter game, but definitely not a light game. Right? Matt and I played this recently with Adrian from Mile High Game Guys, who's a local friend of ours. We played it at a brewery the other night and all the hubbub that was going on with that. So that tells you definitely it's going to be a lighter game. The fact that we were able to, 2 of them were able to competently play this. The third, this guy, not so much. But I did play at it, so there's that. All right, so we're going to play, like I said, those 7 rounds. Those 7 rounds, each round is going to be divided into 6 steps. And those 6 steps are select contracts. So the contracts, you can see, are over there, and those are based on number of players. So we are 5 players, ergo we have 7 contracts. We're going to be procuring these contracts, and then we're going to be loading containers. The containers are abstracted as our little cubes. We all have 15 of them. We're going to be loading them on different types of transport. There are public or kind of common community transports. There are 3 of each type. There are 3 airplanes, there are 3 trains, and there are 3 ships. And then every player individually, as you can see on Ash's player board, everybody has their own trucks. So community, personal, okay? So we're going to load them up, we're going to move them, and hopefully fulfill these contracts to be able to get money, income, victory points, fill in the right word, rinse and repeat, and do that over the course of 7 rounds. I think that's kind of high level. Yeah? All right, so let's talk about the board here for a second. Obviously, we have the victory point / income / money track on the outside. Everyone starts at 20. You may never go below 0. All of our 100-point markers, which 100 points, are down there. You are never allowed to go past 0. You can go to 0. You cannot go past 0.
Okay.
You may be able to mortgage trucks if you play poorly like this guy did. Okay? Oof. We have the turn track, obviously. We have our phase track, which hopefully we don't forget to move. Mike, Matt. And then
you got this.
And then we have the main transportation tracks. So obviously we have the ships or the slow boats, not to China, but along the Rhine River up to London. The trains will follow the train track, obviously, going through all 14 cities.
Actually, only to here.
Fair point. Only to 11. Update.
Do the boats go to... The boats have 14 grayed out, so they don't go to London either?
To London either.
Only the airplanes.
Oh, wow.
And we'll get into that here in a little bit. Okay. So we have the trains, obviously, follow the train track. The ships follow the river. The trucks, as we go, will follow the road. And the planes will follow the contrails.
The chemtrails?
We don't talk about that in public. That was our secret.
Oh, sorry. Darn it.
We had this talk beforehand.
Did we? I forgot it.
Don't mention the chemtrails.
It's the stuff coming out of the sky that's making me forget.
So that's what you're looking at here on the board. Now, each of these cities are numbered that correspond also with the same, with numbers on the contracts, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. The important thing to note, though, is below each of the city names, there are different types of transports. Those are the types of transports that stop in that city. Yeah. So, for instance, we'll take a look at the airplanes. The airplanes only stop at city. Obviously, everything that's here starts in Basel. Okay, if the wooden pieces are here on their player mats, it is here in Basel, which is available to be loaded from our supplies, okay, from our own personal warehouses. Think of them that way. The airplanes can travel from Basel. Their first stop potentially could be Frankfurt, city number 5. You can see the airplane symbol.
It's also highlighted right there.
It is.
These
Noted,
are kind of muted. This is highlighted.
Good call. And same with the ships, you can notice. Dusseldorf is the next for airplanes. And then last but not least is London, the only thing that can make it up to London. So let's go through a turn, and I think that's the easiest way to kind of explain how the game works. So the first thing first is a contract. We're going to start with whoever's first player. Interesting to note, if this were the starting, it won't be, everyone starts at 20, but indulge me. We start in lowest income. Almost everything in this game is lowest income to highest income. Almost everything. So in this case, Amanda would go first in selecting a contract. Then Mike, then Matt, then whoever's on top goes next, and then last but not least would go at the bottom. Then we go back around, and you may select another contract.
Cool.
All right? So if you would, hand me one of those contracts, and let me show folks a little up close. So here we have, obviously, my personal display. We'll talk about this part here later. We're only going to talk about the cards right now, and you guys can look at those out there. So the number at the very top corresponds to where the city needs to be, where this contract's for. So where do I need to get goods? I need to get goods to city number 10, which is Duisburg? Duisburg. Yeah, Duisburg. When I select this, check that. When I deliver this contract, when I complete the contract, I have 3 options. I could deliver 3, 4, or 5 containers, and I will get that amount of income as you see here on the card. So 18, 20, or 22. When I select this contract, I'm going to get 5 time markers. The time markers, just basically we're going to throw these on the board or on the card itself, or stack them up. Let me So we have 5 time markers there. Those are how many rounds do you have to be able to fulfill this contract. If you fail, you lose the contract, and you're going to lose that amount of income/victory points, which the penalty is not a ton. But what the real big penalty in all of this is the fact that you no longer have that contract to fulfill. Yeah. So it's not that you really lose a buck. No big deal. You're not gaining 18, 20, or 22. Exactly. So that's the punitive thing. So when we get to updating the time markers on our contracts, if at any point you have one left and we have to remove one, that's the moment it goes away. Once it has no time markers, it evaporates. Wow. You have failed in your contract, and you are a terrible human being.
And a bad trucker.
And shipper, and planer, and trainer.
engineer.
Yeah, go with it. Whatever.
Pilot.
So right, all right. So anyway, so that's that. All these cards, they range from city 1 to 14. None of them will have city 0 because everything starts in Basel. Okay.
Clearly,
Cool. All right. So
Basel is the center of the world.
obviously.
The Swiss apparently know how to make everything.
All right.
Especially cheese.
So
Actually,
we'll
that
go and
tracks.
put that.
I feel like that's pretty accurate.
Okay. All right, and the time markers. There we go. So first things first, in random turn order, for the first turn, we're going to select contracts. The interesting thing to note, I said we're going to go once around, then we will go around again. You may select a second contract. If you choose to select a second contract, it comes with a small penalty. You get one less time.
Wow.
So, for instance, this one, you only have to go to the first city being Strasbourg, but you only get one time. You have to complete that turn, you take it.
Does the menu of cards refresh after we pick?
It does. No,
time?
at the end of the round during cleanup, we'll get there.
Okay.
All right, so that's first things first. Select contracts. Very simple. There's no limit on how many contracts you can have.
Other than your own foolishness.
Which again, 2 thumbs, this guy, first game. Yeah. Everybody else was like, oh, I don't want to overextend learning the game. I was like, I can do 2 contracts. Nope. No. I was about to go watch TV. The guys let me have a mulligan.
They were higher level contracts. We didn't have any, I don't think, 3s or 1s that turn.
We did not.
Maybe this turn may be a possibility. But
So that's the first thing. That is selecting contracts. The second thing is loading goods, which each player may load their containers onto their available transports. So again, in reverse order, we are going to load containers. Important to note, for every container that you load on any kind of transport is going to cost you 1 capital, 1 cash, 1 victory point. Well, you guys get the idea. I'm not going to keep beating that dead horse. So if I can draw your attention, and Amanda, if you will be Vanna for me, thank you. You can load onto any of the available transports, okay, from here. So when you load onto any transport that you wish. So now in fact, why don't I do this? Let's grab one of these guys and bring it down over here. And we'll show you guys what that is. And y'all can see it. If you guys want to hand Sweater Mike one so he can see it. So this is a typical transport. There are 3 types. There are airplanes, there are trains, and there are ships. Okay. The only difference is obviously the little mini, the little piece of wood. It shows what's different, right? There are 3 different colors as well. So planes, trains, and ships, not automobiles.
Yep.
So at the top track, what that shows you is what cities it may stop at. So this ship, in all ships, I believe, make sure it is consistent throughout all ships. Everything starts in 0. It travels to every city, but it can only make port calls in city 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. This is the initiative order in which transports operate. So when we move transports, this will move 9th in order.
Oh.
The white airplane is number 1. The red airplane is number 2. The black airplane is 3rd, so on and so forth, etc. The next thing that you need to note is right here. This is the cost to get a reservation token. We will talk more about this later, but just know that the cost changes between transports and between color of transports.
Yeah.
White are the most expensive, red are the second most expensive, and black are kind of the economy shipping. Like, I don't care when it gets there. Take your time, but I'm saving money. All right? So that is the parcel select of the Postal Service. This is the speed in which it will move each turn, a maximum speed, meaning it can only go to 2 cities. Whereas, and let me show this as a contrast.
So you're on the little gauge marker now?
The white ship here can move, and you guys can see that. The white ship can move 4 cities, whereas the black ship can only move 2 cities per turn.
Wow.
Okay, again, slow boat, faster boat, right?
Cheap boat, expensive boat.
Yes. Also, this is how many reservation or how many ports it can actually truly deliver to each turn, which is right here. Notice there is only 1 reservation marker. This will only hit potentially 1 reservation marker per turn, whereas this one can hit 2.
In a turn.
In a turn. Okay, so each of these is per turn.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Then everything on the left is spaces for containers. All the dark numbers, so looking at the black ship here, 1 through 5, that is how many it must have before it leaves Basel.
Huh.
It may hold an additional 9 more, up to 14, between all the players. But it will not leave port until it has 5.
Wow.
Whereas this one, also minimum 5, but it only carries 10. Because it moves quicker, it's got to be lighter on its water.
Sure, lighter
Okay.
on its keel.
There you go. Right. Okay. So that's the different types of transport. Again, there's planes, there's trains, and those are very similar. They move differently, but everything else, the basics are the same. All right. All right. So loading transports. Again, it costs. If you'll put these back for me, it costs 1 capital, 1 money per container that you choose to load, no matter where you load it from. Okay, whether it's here or from cities that you have dropped it off to, which we'll explain here in a little bit. Let's see. I think I've covered everything on that. A transport, it's available for loading if the piece of wood is here on the mat, because that means it's in Basel, which means it can come from here.
Oh, don't forget to talk about trucks.
And that's a good point. So trucks also can be loaded, and as you guys saw over here on the player board, these operate last. Again, they're all 10. Everybody's players' trucks are 10, so they operate in reverse order, just like everything else. They can only move 1 city. I'm sorry, they can move 2 cities, and they cost 1 per load. And notice they must have 1 to be able to move, and they can hit 1 stop. The important thing to note on these and how these differ from every other transport is all the other transports start here in Basel. Your trucks start from anywhere, and they go anywhere. Obviously not London, because this is pre-tunnel. All right, so they can only go up to Rotterdam. But if you have goods, which I'll explain here in a little bit, up in Dusseldorf, and you have a contract that requires, for instance, you loaded some goods onto an airplane. The airplane drops them off here at stop number 9, which is Dusseldorf. You then have a contract that is a 10 contract, must go up to Duisburg. So then you load them up onto your truck the following turn and truck them over.
Oh.
That makes sense? Okay.
So you can chain together different modes of transport to get your goods to market.
Over different turns, possibly in the same turn.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Or rounds, if you want.
And trucks don't require a reservation.
Right. And that's very important to note. Okay, but that's loading. So you just, in reverse order, you put it on whatever transports you want. And this will make a lot of sense once we get started. But that's the mechanics of it. We load those up, good. Then we go into the next stop, which is reserving transport stops. So these little discs that are on all of these different transports these are reservation tokens saying, hey, I'm going to pay to deliver to this city. Okay, so for instance, this red ship, if I have goods loaded on it and it has a minimum of 5, I have contract number 10, I could pay 3, and I put this on number 10 to show that, okay, that red ship is going to sail because it has a reservation token, it's ready to rock and roll. Okay, now the cool thing about this is if Amanda and I both have goods on this, and by cool thing I mean for her, because if I get the reservation token, I buy it, and she has goods that need to go to 10, she doesn't have to buy it, it's already going to stop. Doesn't matter who buys it, the ship's going to stop.
Ship's going.
Okay,
That's cool.
So who cares? You can offload anywhere there's a reservation token, it's up to you, and offloading is free, but the reservation token is going to be bought in reverse turn or in lowest income first. So is that clear? Is that making sense?
Let me think through that just a moment. So that means the ship cannot sail until it has minimum cargo.
Right. Yep.
You can't buy the reservation token until it has minimum load.
That's A stop can only be reserved for a city that's equipped to handle it. So here, I'll go through the criteria, okay? So a ship cannot go to city 9 to Dusseldorf, so I can't reserve this for 9. That makes sense? Okay? So that's number 1. A transport can have multiple stops reserved in different cities, which is going to be really clever because, for instance, maybe I need it for 8. I buy it for 8. Someone else could buy it for 10. Someone else could buy it for 4. So those are the stops that it's going to make, as an example, okay? You cannot reserve a stop for a transport in the city where it currently is located. So if the ship is already in 5, it can't, or in 4, I'm sorry, you can't set a reservation for it because it's already there. A player can only reserve a stop for a transport if you have at least one container on that transport. So you can't, that's the don't be a dick clause, basically, to where, I'm just going to throw one out here, I'll pay the 3 income, and that way maybe it's not going to be able to make it because they can only make 2 stops. So where maybe it could have made it up here, it's not going to be able to now. So you can't do that. And there is only one reservation marker for each transport in each city. So I guess technically you could, if it doesn't have enough, if you're flush on cash, even though it's not going to leave yet. Now, if you're earlier in turn order and you're loading up and you're just going to load up 3 goods on that red ship, you're doing so in anticipation that other people will join you to be able to move that ship. That makes sense?
And then if someone earlier in turn order than yourself made a reservation down the river, you're then free later in turn order, suppose, to throw goods on it and let them take them down the river.
Absolutely. Let them pay for the reservation marker. Because the reservation markers can cost as much as $12 for the white ship or the white airplane, which is very spendy. Okay? That makes sense? So we clear on that? So I'm probably making it sound more complicated than it actually is.
It'll sort out once we play it.
I think it will. So
initiative is in reverse.
It's
order
whoever's lowest. Whoever's lowest on this track. And then initiative order, which we'll get there here in a minute. Okay? So the next step is moving and unloading transports. Okay? So if you notice, those are circles. They look just like reservation tokens. Now, the speedometer. So we're going to move and unload. Planes move first. So if you notice, Amanda, if you can point. So, number 1, initiative. If that is ready, if that is loaded and ready to rock and roll, it will move first. And then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and then trucks in reverse order. Note, trucks have to be loaded when you load. Okay. The reason I'm pointing that out is this was really hard in my to stick in my head is we're moving and unloading. We're not loading again. So you can't drop these off, your goods, and then load up trucks. You have to wait until the next turn to load up trucks.
Friction, yes.
Right.
Of course.
Right? That makes sense?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Just important to note that we move and offload in initiative order. Okay? So planes, trains, then ships, then trucks.
I'll try to adjudicate that.
We could call them watermobiles.
Planes, trains, and watermobiles?
Yes.
Yeah, go with it.
That's pretty
Sure.
good, actually.
All right.
Thank
Those
you.
aren't. Never mind. All right. And this is why it takes forever to teach games. All right. So, in order to move, a transport must meet these requirements. Okay. They can only move if there are reservation markers for that transport on the board and a minimum load requirement has been met, i.e. the black numbers have been covered by containers. In this case, if both of those conditions are met, so in this case, if indulge.
I'll sort it out.
All right, there we go. There's at least 5 there. This will come out and start in Basel, and it's going to move. Okay, so how far does it move? Well, it moves 3 cities, and it's allowed to hit 2 reservation markers. So it goes 1, 2, no reservation marker, 3, it stops.
Yep.
That's it. That's as far as it made. Now, it did not hit any reservation markers as you saw. It can hit up to 2 reservation markers. So for instance, let's say this were here for next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm looking at the board.
All right. If this were next turn, it may move up to 3. It would go here. Does anybody want to offload? It can offload. And then it will continue. Does anyone want to offload at that point? That makes sense? That's
yes.
Cool. All right. Planes, trains, and ships located anywhere on the board. So, for instance, in this example, it moved 3. It stops there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will move next turn.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Okay.
So it will move as far as it can each turn.
Yeah, up to its reservation number or max speedometer, whichever it hits first.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 2 stops or 3 spaces, which could just be 2. So here's a good example. Let's say, no, it still would be 3, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. It would go 1, 2, 3. So it's going, this would be the example. If it were here, okay, that would be off the board. It would go 1, offload, 2, offload, and it stops because it hit its 2 reservations, even though it, in theory, could have gone 3 because it can't go any further. Does that make sense?
So it stops at the last reservation marker and doesn't go past that to its movement limit.
It would go to its movement limit. It just can't go past it.
If there were elsewhere.
There would have to be another reservation in front of that. As soon as it has no reservations, it goes back.
Right, well, which we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Okay, so an airplane, it whooshes forward, it makes its 1 landing.
And it stops right there.
And it does not continue past that to its movement?
So how's this for an example? Red plane can go 7. If the reservations marker's in Frankfurt, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and stops that turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Or, sorry, there's 1 in Frankfurt and 1 in London. Would it continue 6, 7?
Yes,
okay.
It would.
Okay.
It offloads and it stops there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here, let me see if I can clarify it a little bit with the rules here. Each city on the game board has a number. Planes, trains, and ships move from the city where they currently are located towards the closest city with a higher number that it also has a matching reservation marker. So, and this is another clever little quirk. Say that ship is there. And that somebody has placed the reservation marker there, even though it's behind it. It moves forward to, there you go, towards the closest city with a higher number that also has a reservation marker. So right now there are no reservation markers ahead of it. Okay. However, if that is not the case, it will move towards the closest city with a matching reservation and a lower city number. So it can reverse.
Direction.
We'll come back here.
Wow.
Okay. On the other hand, if a transport has no reservations on the board at the beginning of its movement, it immediately returns to Basel, even if it has cargo.
Oh.
If it doesn't have anywhere to go, it's just going to travel home because, sorry, I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Wow.
Okay? The transport piece is removed from the game board and placed on a matching transport mat to indicate that transport is now available again in Basel.
And the fate of the cargo?
We'll get there.
Okay.
When a truck is loaded, however, whatever city you loaded it from, be it Basel, from your pool here, or if you offloaded from that airplane in Frankfurt, you put it there to show that your A truck is loaded with 1 or 2 goods, and then it will move to up to 2 speed, up to 1 stop.
Okay.
Okay? But only if required by you. So if you're like, I changed my mind, you don't have to move it.
Okay.
Okay, because there's no reservation markers for trucks. And this kind of goes in line with what you had asked, Mike. All transports always move at their speed indicated on the transport map. The movement may end sooner if the transport has made its maximum number of stops during the current round. So 1 stop for planes, the black ship, etc., etc. Or if the transport has no other reservation markers on the board. So if that plane flew to Frankfurt and there are no other reservation markers, it'll just stop in Frankfurt. Okay? Is that clear now? Is that good with everybody? All right.
So there would be a chance on the next turn, say, for someone to deploy a reservation marker in front of it for it to continue its flight in the next turn?
Well, it's not going to have any more reservations on the map.
So no, it will come off the board.
Okay, immediately when it finds the last one.
Again, if a transport does not have has no reservations on the board at the beginning of this phase. So no, it would stay out there and then it could move again. So again, if...
Yes.
Hand me one of the planes. If a plane has that, okay? So it's loaded up with cargo. It can move up to 7. It moves to 5. There's no here it offloads if the players want it to, whoever has it loaded. This goes back onto the board. It stops.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Because at the beginning of this phase, it did have a reservation marker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now, yes, on a subsequent turn, i.e. the next turn, if somebody still has cargo on it and wants to move it to 9 or 14, they can purchase a reservation marker, place it, and then it will fly to there. Because at the beginning of the phase, it will have had a reservation marker.
Got it.
Is that crystal clear now?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right. Once a truck has been completely unloaded, just take it off the board.
Yeah.
Put it back. All right. To avoid any confusion, it recommends taking the reservation markers once it hits a reservation marker. All right, cool. All right. Next stop is fulfilling orders. We fulfill starting in London and working our way down along the track. All right. So, for instance, if somebody had that 10 contract and it's the highest one, we get to Duisburg. Sure. Yeah, go with it. Whatever. And I have, say, 4 containers. I turn them in. I get 20 income. Boop. I go up that. I remove all the turn markers, and I turn this over. The reason I'm going to keep this is going to be a tiebreaker at the end of the game. Whoever's fulfilled the most contracts if tied. So that's fulfilling contracts. It's really, really simple. So you're going to get the money. You're going to remove the containers from wherever the city is, put them back into your supply. You take the time tokens off and flip over the card. Then we go into upkeep, which is end of the round. And this is easy to forget, some of this stuff, so let's make sure as a group we do not. All remaining order cards now are wiped. Those are actually the timer of the game in case we forget to move this. That is the exact number of cards that we took one out for a 5-player game as it instructs, and that's the timer.
I like that.
Then everybody removes 1 time token from all their contracts that they have. All planes, trains, ships in Basel, which have containers on board, but they're back at Basel, they get offloaded.
Okay.
So to answer your question that you asked earlier, Mike, about, hey, can we, what if nobody loaded it to completion? I'm sorry. They get offloaded. Okay. So you wasted that money.
All right.
Okay. Then anybody still in the game that are both any pieces of wood that are not any pieces of, any transports that are on the board that are empty and have no reservation markers go back to Basel. Okay? And then, last but not least, you have to pay warehousing fees. If you have goods out on the board that you, like I said, maybe we dropped them off and I want to fulfill that 10 contract later, well, got to pay to warehouse them.
Yep.
You pay $1 for every cube that you have on the board. Not on transports, but on the board. Cool? Rinse and repeat. Do that over and over. All right? Cool. Do that 7 times. One last thing. There may come a time, and I had this happen a couple times, let's fix this. Sorry, let me fix the chat. Again, still in beta, guys. Sorry about that. That you may be short on money. If you are short on money, you can mortgage trucks. So, on your trucks, on the backside, you can mortgage a truck, get 6 income. However, to get access back to that truck, you will pay 9 income.
Ouch.
And that truck is no longer, it's in Hawk. So, that's no longer usable. You only have 1 truck available. It is possible, and I had this happen, to mortgage both trucks. So you better be able to deliver to a city that does not require trucks.
All right.
So loaded on the appropriate transport.
Yep.
And at the end of the game, final scoring is you get any penalties for any outstanding orders that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You also are going to have to pay penalty, or you'll pay the 9 back for your trucks that are in Hawk, and you get one for every container that's on a transport at the end of the game. That's it. That's.
So the only end game scoring is boxes on the board.
No, on containers on transports.
On transports.
Yes, that's the only positive points throughout the game. All right, at the end of the game.
Okay.
And that's it. That's Rhein River Trade.
Let's get trucking.
All right, cool. All right. Any questions from the peanut gallery? Oh, Space Monkey says, sitting here clipping counters, stickering blocks, watching a game I've never heard of. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right, rock on. Cool. All right, so randomized turn order, or I would prefer randomized because I'm last. So we'll go worst to first, since at the bottom, yellow.
Looking for yellow.
Nope, blue.
Okay, I'm worst.
Purple, brown, green, yellow.
It's rigged. Rigged, I tell you.
I don't accept the results.
All right. All right, so we're getting contracts to start. Oh, so it's not worth a lot of money on one, but... So what I'm looking at is airplanes can move from 0 to 5 straight away. Trains hit every city they can offload. Ships are slow, but they can move to even numbers plus 11. And trucks obviously can go anywhere. Nothing can hit more than 2 stops. I was hoping one of the trains could hit 3 stops. It cannot. It can move up to 4 though. You know what? I'll go ahead and take that 3 contract, the top one, please. Thank you.
So how bad of an idea? I'm considering taking this 14 to London. How bad of an idea is that first go around?
Well, okay, so let's think about this.
I have 3 turns to do it. All the planes can do that in 3 turns, assuming nobody gets in the way.
One reservation marker would cost you anywhere from 8 to 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's doable. It just would take 3 turns potentially to do it.
Okay. I'll take the 14.
And Ash is green, and now we're up to brown.
Yes. I will, we'll take the 10.
Oh, yeah, my contract's on the screen. Good.
Oh. Paul says harsh, intense pickup and delivery. And Jason says from the same designers as Zangguo.
Oh,
cool.
I thought their names were familiar.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm going to try to find Zangguo. Oh.
No, don't bother.
No, it's Matt.
Purple.
You went already.
I took 10.
And those don't renew until...
Nope. Next round. Well, that 1, you can fulfill at least a 4 because you have trucks. The 5s, I mean, you may have money. Yeah, the trains, it might not fulfill this turn, but again, and again, the more money you spend, the less you have, but the earlier in turn order you're going to be.
That's true.
time markers. Yes. Thanks.
Oh yeah, we should have taken. I need 3, please. So, do the rules? Are you guys that are watching? Is it making sense? And are you able to follow along? Obviously, getting started that'll help being able to put 2 and 2 together. But was it coherent?
I got it.
I cannot hold on to anything today.
What is the capacity of a ship?
The ships range from 10 to 14, sir.
All right, I'm going to take this 10 here.
10.
This is the same as what Matt took out was 10. It has the same time on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping maybe we can share a ship.
All right.
Or maybe I'll just get undercut by 4 boxes.
And 5 time tokens, sir. All right, so we go back to yellow.
So now we're up to here.
Not yet.
Nope, not yet.
We're still going through this to see if anybody wants a second.
You know what? Because I don't learn my lesson. Go ahead and give me the 1.
Oh, man.
You're a crazy man.
So, 1 time token, meaning I must fulfill that this turn or I lose 3 income.
But it has 2.
Right. It's the second contract and you get 1 less time
That's right.
on the second
Everybody's saying
contract.
that
Okay? So, now, green, would you like it?
I'm really considering it because...
Those are really expensive transports. Airplanes are.
Oh, I know. I know.
You have to pay to load your ships. You have to pay to warehouse your ship or your goods. You have to pay for reservation markers to unload containers.
What's the cost for loading?
1 per container.
1 per container. Yeah. Nah. I'll pass.
Okay. Brown?
I will learn from Edward's mistake. If you're not gonna, I will. Might as well.
Now, I'm only willing to do that because I know I can fulfill that with trucks.
Right.
I won't learn from that mistake. I'll let him take it.
All right.
Oh,
so the 2 people actually, yeah, that'll work.
That'll be crazy.
Let's scoot this down just a hair, Matt, so you can push yours
In
up.
our position, it kind of works.
Yeah.
Matt,
Everything
and your contracts.
Oh, here.
Right. Just
Yeah,
move them up towards me. There you go. Perfect. All right. So that's contracts. There are no contracts left, so that's easy. We go into the second phase, loading goods. We go in again. No one has had to pay for anything, so it's the same order.
Yep.
So yellow loads. So for me, and I will show you guys this real quick, I have a 1 contract, which I'm going to fulfill all on trucks. So I'm going to load 4 goods, 1, 2, 3, 4, onto my trucks. Those are not in Hawk yet. All right, so there. These will then move onto the board, into Basel, on the road. There we go. And then, so that will take care of this. Then, so that cost me 4 income. Move me back 4, please. And then for the trains, I want to be able to reach it in at least in 2 turns. And that can make, so I don't want to hit it. We'll go on the red train. So 5 cubes on the red train, please. So that's another 5. Back to 11. I am finished loading. Thank you.
Green's going to load 4 onto the red airplane, so that's 4 for green, please.
And done?
Done.
Brown.
Yes.
I should have taken that contract.
Load.
Dang it. Dang it.
It's all right.
done.
Well, you
Oh,
say
well.
that now, but
Yeah,
hold on. Let's
yeah.
see how the first round plays
We'll
out.
see.
So is collusion between players allowed?
Define collusion.
So if I
Hey,
were
buddy. Hey, friend of mine.
Cooperation.
If you
Yeah.
go onto this,
onto the
Hey, buddy,
big
old
ship
pal.
I
so
don't-
we can both do it,
I don't
I'll
see
pay
a
for
reason
the
why not.
reservation marker.
or will he?
Or will he?
Or will that's
Dun,
true.
dun, dun.
Matt?
Yep, I'm still thinking. I'm
thinking.
doing 4. I've got 3 more. I need to go on one of those. So, yeah, I'll do it here.
And that's a train.
That is a train.
So 7 for Brown.
To 13.
Yeah.
And purple.
Yeah.
So you get to load one thing.
What do you mean?
I could put
He
those.
can-
I could put those on a different one.
He
if I
could,
wanted
yeah.
to.
Notice I loaded on trucks and I loaded there.
Okay.
He could have loaded on different
Oh.
ships and transport vehicles.
These enter the board now, correct? Now that they're loaded?
Yes.
Okay. Or
Well, no,
only
they
when
don't.
they're ready to go.
They do not. They only
Only your
when they have
trucks.
places to go.
Ah, so your trucks entered the board
Because they
they're
don't
trucks.
require reservation
Gotcha.
tokens. Okay?
Because they'll go where you tell them to go.
Cool. Miguel says, I recognize the designer names. That's what got me intrigued. And the river design looks cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
it does.
Good deal.
I am going to load it on.
So your
A ship.
contract's for 5. Okay? And you have 3 turns to get that in. Okay?
That's for 4, right?
Yep.
4 containers, 2 city 5.
Yep.
Just be careful. It doesn't go till it's 5.
That's okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Why?
Because maybe next time, whenever more stuff
Well,
comes
no.
out.
Those will go away.
Oh, shit.
Well, hold on. You can always either A, ask Sweater Mike, or B, add one more, because remember, just because it's in 5 and you can't fulfill or that's more than you need, that's not to say you might not get a 6 or 7 contract to be able to load it onto another transport to get it up there.
That's a valid point. Let's try it and see what happens.
Or I'll promise to back you up if I can get 6 containers on that ship, and if you'll pay
5 for purple.
Mike,
you'll pay the reservation.
Mike wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing, man.
Figure might as well try it.
All right.
I usually suck at that sort of thing.
All right, so Mike, for loading. So your contract is 4 through 6 goods.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, you can mix and match.
Down to 10. Okay, so that ship there, how many open cargo spaces does that have?
It has 5.
It has 5.
The white ship has 5 spaces. The white train has 2 spaces.
The red train has 5
spaces.
Interesting.
Isn't it, though?
All right, let's fill out that ship with 5 Connex boxes full of Ferrero Rocher, which is made in Switzerland, I believe.
That sounds really good.
The hazelnuts.
All right, so...
There you go.
I moved it back.
Okay.
And then let's put 1 Connex box of Rocher on, let's see, who's in here?
Red plane, white train, red train, or...
You put it back in your bowl.
Yeah, or on your truck.
Or on your truck. Don't. And now, I'm not saying that would be really... I mean, especially going on up to 10.
Yeah.
Now, remember, you can offload at other places and then load them onto your trucks to move them.
There's one other transport you can almost guarantee is going to 10.
Yes. Oh, which one did you load those on?
He's on white train.
The white train. Stick them on a white train, please.
All right.
And another buck down for blue.
Yep.
That is loading transports. Now we're into the third phase of reserving train stops. So in the everybody does it in the same reverse order. Again, the rules, just to refresh on that. So a stop can only be reserved for a city that is equipped to handle that. So i.e. airplanes can only go to 5, 9, and 14. Transport can have multiple stops reserved in different cities. There's no need to have multiple stops in the same city for the same transport because everybody can offload. It cannot put a reservation where it currently is, and that's pretty much it. So you pay the reservation cost, place it on the board. Okay. So so again, yellow is first because now that we have paid exactly like you said, Matt. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase for 4 a reservation marker here in City 3, which is Mannheim Steamroller. Right there. For the train.
All right.
And actually we'll put it right there.
Yeah, on the train.
And you can purchase multiple, correct?
Absolutely. I could hook a brother up, but I don't need to.
Why would you?
Right.
I'm going to purchase one for 5 for a train.
Okay.
And 10 for a train.
So that's 12 down.
That is 12.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
blue.
All right, blue now. So, interesting to note, now Amanda obviously is only going to 5, which the white train already has a reservation marker for 5. You don't need to.
I'm not blue.
Yeah, she's not on that white train.
She's on the white ship.
Whatever, I was just saying if she were blue.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay.
That'll be relevant in about...
How's it going, Neil?
40 seconds.
Welcome. All right, so blue.
Excuse me. I am ahead of the purple team,
Yes,
aren't
you
I?
are.
Hmm.
Well, actually, you're behind us, therefore you go before us.
All right, and the speed of that ship is how many?
4.
The speed of the ship is 4, but it can only hit 2 reservation markers per turn.
Okay. And Amanda's contract is to go to where?
5.
To 5?
Which, it can't go there, but...
Well, it will eventually, right.
So it won't this turn. It'll
Right.
make it to 4, and it'll stop there next turn.
Yep.
will have the opportunity to put reservation markers in front of it.
Correct.
White train's already going to here. Pass.
Okay. Amanda?
Okay.
And that's where it benefits you to have a higher income and let other people do your work for you, right?
Okay. So I'm going to put this boat right here in 4. And it is
5.
5. Yep. So I'm going to go down to 10.
Yep. And to the surprise of no one, London, please. Down 10 for green.
Yep. Landing rights in Heathrow. Good show, chap.
And so now that they have reservation markers, they enter the map? Not yet. Okay.
Move and unload transports. In this phase, everything that meets the requirements for movement all move in ascending initiative order. So planes, then trains, then ships, then trucks. So, again, what does it need to be able to enter the board? It has to have a reservation marker and a minimum load, which is all the black numbers covered, which that does. So, so now it gets on the board, and the red plane moves first. Okay. It can move up to 7, but it
7, please.
7. Right. 7.
Spewing.
Okay. So it hits 5.
Okay.
It can go up to 7 because of the fact that it has a reservation marker ahead. It moves as far as it can go. Okay? Good?
It's confusing that one with the 9.
Okay. So now the white train. The white train has a transport. It's full of goods. It moves a maximum of 4, so it's going to go up to 4.
Which is mine. Technically here.
Here. It's on its side there.
That's so people can see at home.
They're easier to see on their side.
All right.
Because the ships and the trains, they're
They
flat.
are kind of, yeah.
The red train now moves.
So the red train moves only 3.
Right. And it stops at the reservation marker. So it stops there. So the reservation marker comes off the board. It goes there. Would Yellow like to offload? You betcha he would. He offloads.
All 5?
All 5.
Okay.
It goes onto the city. There we go. Done. So now, at this moment, the red train has no...
Cargo.
let me make sure it doesn't come off here in a little bit. And I believe it comes off now. Let me double check.
I don't think it comes off till the reset.
Yes.
That's correct. All right, so that's done. Now we're on to the black does not move. The white ship does. So its movement is 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Reservation marker comes off.
Blue or purple?
So, purple, do you want to offload?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Oh no, I can't yet, can I? But how do I get to 5?
The trucks, right?
The truck. Okay.
So you're offloading?
So no, I guess I leave it there. I don't.
Oh.
So I want to get the truck. I need to get the truck to 4.
Your trucks are in every city.
Okay.
Okay.
I can leave to any city.
So you're going to offload it into 4, and then you can load them onto your trucks and next turn to move them from 4 to 5.
You just have to pay the storage in between time.
Okay.
Right.
Then I will do that.
Okay. Blue, would you like to offload there at 4?
Negatory.
All right. Notice there is there's no more reservation marker, but it does have cargo. It did not. It started its turn with a reservation marker on the board, so it will stay on the board until this point next turn. All right. So then the red ship doesn't move. The black ship doesn't move. Now we go into trucks. Who has trucks out on the board? Only yellow. So green or brown would go first, then green, then yellow. Yellow, it can move 2. It's going to only move to 1. It's going to offload all 4 goods off onto there. Now trucks come off immediately once they're empty. Those come back onto my player board. And that's the end of movement because nobody else has trucks on the board.
Cool.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Good? All right. So now, fulfill orders using containers that you have unloaded. So we start take a look at the board. We start at the top and go down until we start seeing containers. We stop at 4. Purple, do you have any contracts that fulfill at 4?
No.
All right, so we move on. We go to 3. Oh, yellow does. Yellow has 5. Well, let's look. 5 goods, 14 income. I take these off the board. 14 income for yellow to 21. I turn this over. Good. Done. We keep coming down. 1. I do have a contract. 4 goods is 10 income. That comes off. 10 income. I flip that over. Good. That's fulfilling contracts. Nobody else has contracts available to fulfill. Now we go into the end of round. So if there were any discards, we would discard them. There are none because everything got selected. Remove 1 time token, everybody, from your card. You can just make a pile individually, whatever, however you want to do that. Then any planes, trains, and ships in Basel, meaning that are on the board here, that have cargo goods, get unloaded.
Okay.
There are none, so good job, everybody. Now, any planes, trains, and ships still on the board that are empty and have no reservation markers. So let's take a look. The red train is empty. The red train has no reservation markers. The red train goes back home and is ready to be unloaded for next round. Anything else that I'm missing?
The white ship has no reservation markers, but is not empty.
Yep.
Right. Ergo, it stays out there.
Everything else
All right.
is both.
And then last and certainly not least, anybody who has cargo out on the board must pay holding fees. So $1 per container.
So I go down to 5.
Good. That's the end of the round. Nobody's had to take a mortgage. Awesome. Good job. We go there. We go into round 2. Everybody understands how that goes. Peanut Gallery. Is that making sense for y'all? For those that have been watching? Yeah. So we start out with the cargo, the contracts, rinse and repeat. All right. Cool. So we start with Brown. Choosing contracts.
Yes, and I need something with lots of time
Hmm.
on it.
Well, that 11 has 6. Yeah, both the 11s have 6 time on them. Evening, Rob, I think it is for you down in Australia. I think it's
It's interesting. Since
maybe
I already have
evening because it's
4.
Sunday morning for him.
Maybe. Ask
yeah,
Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
He's right
What
there.
time is it?
Hey, Rob. How's Phoebe?
Oh gosh, I don't even want to talk about it.
So in our Patreon Slack channel, Rob has a pet tarantula. I'm sorry, a pet.
It's like a wolf spider.
No.
I don't remember the species of
Yeah,
spider.
I don't
but
remember what Phoebe
It's a large
is.
spider.
It's not small, and he uses it to type with. So Phoebe does all this typing for him, and apparently Phoebe can. Phoebe is great. He says it's 4:30 in the morning, and he just got home from work.
Right.
That's right. He's a dealer, right?
Yeah, he's a dealer.
No, not street pharmaceuticals. Casino dealer.
Yeah.
So Matt, I'm trying to slow here, man.
I know. I'll take the 11.
It's a huntsman spider. She.
Oh, there
Thank
you
you. So she does all the typing for Rob, which it's well trained. Well done, Rob. Amanda, you're up.
Yeah, I'm too busy thinking about Phoebe. Give me a sec. Let's see here.
Rob says he can hook us up.
No.
I tried.
Ace of spades.
Right.
Stop it. Now Mike is imitating Phoebe. I'm gonna take 4.
Oh.
Can I get 2 time markers, please? Thank you.
Glory to Rome, Amanda.
Haha.
All right. Next, green. And Mike, you're on deck.
I won't take contract right now.
All right. He elects to pass. Mike.
Okay, so work me through this. I do have money.
You have 14 income right now.
I have 14. So
Plus a potential 6 more if you hawk a truck.
Right, so I had time.
I hear time. It's on your side.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is. And Matt has now taken an 11 that is not yet unloaded, correct?
Mm-hmm.
In 4 rounds. Okay, I'll take the other 11 up there in 5 now rounds, right?
No, that's
still
your
for-
first.
it's
It's
still
your
your
first.
So
It's
six.
your first contract this round.
This round. Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, see, this is 6 and this is 6.
Now I'm paranoid. Let's see. Important.
I certainly hope it is.
Or you take so many contracts that you have negative time to fulfill it in, and so it becomes a quantum game.
Oh no.
Oh, actually, you know what? That may take one order card, right? Place it in front of them. But that might be only for 2 players. Now, first turnover number of equal, right there, left edge. In reverse order of capital, each player may take 1 order card from those face up on the orders list, placing it in front of them. And then there's special order rule for 2-player games. So I believe, actually, after all players have taken their orders, move the face counter to the face. So no, that's only for a 2-player game. I stand corrected.
Right. So I will open another time. Then.
Yeah. All right. So technically I should have had 2, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
So let's see. What's moving?
It's us making games harder than they need to be.
Again, leave it to us. Let me go ahead and get that. So you guys are moving up to 11. I assume that's going to be on a train. Let me go ahead and take the 8. Yeah, that'll work. And 4 time tokens, please. Thank you. Oh, I guess I had 4, but that's all right. So it did say may take, and it's only 1 order card from those face. Oh, so I guess I shouldn't have been able to do that in the last round.
To take the second one,
Right, because we were reading the following the 2-player rules. So asterisk if I win. That's all right. Okay, so we're into the second phase now. Load orders or load containers. Brown.
I choose not to load any containers.
Interesting.
I need one with more time.
Oh, okay. All right. Purple, are you loading anything?
Yes. She said questioningly.
Huh?
I said yes, she said questioningly. Let's do the red train.
How many?
4.
down to Juan.
Efficient use of your resources.
I'm not loading anything.
Blue.
Wow. All right. What is the speed of the red train?
3.
And there are 6 spots available. That's why you have 6 time, potentially.
I'm just now noticing on these contract cards that the largest return on investment is for the fewest number of boxes transported, and you get very sharply decreased revenue for the additional boxes.
Well, but if you have
cost, yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's the.
I mean, you're already moving, so moving a couple extra, anything you can move there is just gravy.
Yep, unless you can get it on something for the next turn. Well, let's see how
it's all.
Works
I mean, it's logistics. It's all about planning ahead, right?
Yep. Let's put 4 of these boxes onto that red train.
Only 4.
That's the minimum for the contract.
Yes.
All right. So the white train's already gone. The white boat's still out there. The red plane's already out there. So the only thing I can piggyback on is the red train, which I'm cool with. I'll go ahead and throw 2 on the red train. Well, you know what? I will. I'll throw 2 on the red train. Yellow goes down 2. And 4 turns, 8. That does get me there. Why not? I'll go ahead and do 6 on the black train. And I'll go ahead and do yeah, I'll go ahead and do 4 on the red boat, even though I don't have a contract for it.
Spec.
Yeah, that's
on spec.
No, wait,
That
it
wouldn't
have
fill
to
up
be
the boat.
5.
Yeah, it would
you
not
know
be
what?
5.
Never mind. I'm not going with the red boat. Okay. So that's loading containers. So we're into the next phase, which is reservation markers. So, starting with purple, would you like to purchase any reservation markers?
No.
So she's anticipating somebody else doing that for the red
banking
train.
on it. Well done, Amanda.
All right. And brown.
No. Don't need to purchase them all last turn.
All right. And green.
No, thank you.
Blue. I have enough on the black train. Just saying. Not trying to threaten. I'm just threatening.
I am clearly not going to feel like I've been stiff-armed too much on this topic. The red train is going to get scheduled. Yes, indeed.
All right, so
Where
that's
you going?
4 drop for the blue player. And where would you like to schedule that, sir?
Rotterdam.
All right, up here on 11.
And lest we forget, this white ship has to come to 10
Okay, so
to Duisburg.
all right, so that's going to be 5 more.
Lest we forget.
To Juan.
All right. Good?
Yep.
Okay, never mind. So you're like a board game publisher, just barely hanging on with every game published, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
If you hear a horrific squealing sound, that's my fingernails coming off the side. Yes.
Okay, so I will reserve. So drop yellow 2 for the black train. The black train will go ahead and set a reservation up here on 8. There. Up in coal. And yeah, that's all the reservation markers that I need for right now. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's not going to get... Yes, that's it. I'm done. Okay, for real this time. So we move and unload. So starting with the white plane, it doesn't move. The red plane does move. It has a reservation marker. It can move up to 7, which 14.
Please set these in London. Thank you.
Remove the reservation marker. All right. So the black plane has nothing. The white train does
Move
move
forward.
along. So
Move
1
1
and stop, and
and
it takes the
stop.
reservation marker off.
And it will offload.
How many?
That's a good question. That needs to be answered. 4.
Fear.
And then it moves after that.
Is that in 4 or 5?
That's in 5. It was in 4.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they can go 3 more.
So that it's
Correct.
moved 1, 2, 3.
Along the
Technically-
rails.
Along the rail.
Thank you. That's not the stop for the black or the white train, so we move on.
Okay.
The red train does come out. It does have a reservation marker. It moves 3. Okay. And the black train does have a reservation marker. That just moseys 2. Okay. Then the white ship can move up to 4 and make 2 stops. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't hit any reservations. The red and black ships don't move. Anybody have trucks? No one has trucks out there. That's the end of move and unload. So we move into now fulfilling contracts. So we start at the top. London. Anybody fulfilling that?
Why, yes, I am.
All right.
26 for green, please.
4 crates of limes and 2 tons of Viagra dispersed via the jet engines in the chemtrails.
Right.
Sure. Sure.
All right. So next, any other cargo ships? The cargo ships are in 5 in Frankfurt. Are those getting fulfilled?
Yes, they are. So 4 for this one here, and that is 15.
Welcome back from the abyss. That gets turned over. All right. And we go down to 4. Amanda, are you fulfilling any of those in 4?
Yeah, I suppose I could. If this isn't what,
that's not a bad.
what I originally
Yeah,
planned, but that'll work. So I'll take 4 of them off.
And now you don't have to pay as big a warehouse
Correct.
fees.
That's 11.
11, so back up to 12.
Thank you very much.
That's a nice little combo.
Exactly.
So, tell me what just happened there. Amanda took a contract for 4 just this turn and basically slipped it under your warehouse. Oh, that's.
So there you go. Now you're starting to see some of the things that you can do in this game.
Yeah.
So there's no more ships or no more goods on the board. There is 1 here, but we'll get to that in a minute. End of the round. All remaining order cards get wiped into the discard.
So that's how speculation works.
Right.
Yes.
Well, and you notice what I'm doing
Or
with some of
warehousing.
this. Then remove a time token, everybody. Anything in Basel that has not shipped that has goods on it, we don't have that problem. And then anything still on the board that's empty and has no reservations. The red airplane, is there anything else? Everything else has at least goods or reservations. All right, and now every container on the board, you pay 1 income for it, Amanda. And we go into round 3. There we go. So you guys are starting to grasp it, grok it a little bit?
And also the warehousing shenanigans looks like so much fun.
Right. So, 1, again, that really surprised me because I've probably read this rule book 5 times between November and now. And in reverse order, capital, each player may take 1 order card and place it in front of them. I feel like totally asterisk this game, but because here it says the second order card is 1 less, but if you missed it, it's for the 2-player game. So I really feel bad about that.
Well, now really the onus is on us to beat you, so that you don't have to use the asterisk.
I like that, and it shouldn't be hard. I mean,
I did it as well, so.
Right, cheater.
I know.
All right, so where are we? Blue.
Learned it by watching you.
Blue is in a waiting state at this point and shall pass until we get to the shipping phase.
All right, purple.
Just a second, please.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy.
Drinks, anyone?
I'll take a coffee, thanks.
I'll get my own here in a minute.
Okay.
No, thank you.
I may need to be instructed on the use of the coffee machine.
I think it.
It's actually in the pot, I think.
So you pick up the carafe and push the button and pour it out, preferably into a cup.
That I can handle.
It is a waterproof floor, but let's not test that.
All right.
Put it in his mouth and give it to you like a baby.
So now that we're a couple rounds into this, y'all, is it
Matt.
is it the logistics? Is it grokking for y'all at home? Is it making sense?
Oh, so it is me because everybody else decided not to?
Right.
Alright, so. 1 to 11. I'm cleaning my.
Huh?
Just talking out loud to myself. I'm already on the hook for 11. So whatever I get needs to kind of coincide with that.
Oh, just with milk is fine. Thanks.
Actually, if you guys will excuse me while Matt tanks, I'm gonna get some for myself. Actually,
It's a tanker ship.
right
Thank you very much.
How about I not put that there while you're moving around?
there you go.
Sugar? Yes.
I'm glad I have all this time. That's great.
I mean, what are you thinking of doing, though, Matt? I mean, you're already goosed up You're already goosed up pretty bad with your current contracts.
This one's going to fulfill.
Trying to
I don't
piggyback on?
I don't have to worry about that one. It's just I've got to get stuff to 11, and 9 would have been wonderful. So I've got to get at least 4 to 11. And if there's anything I can do on the way with that, that should be the way. So it stops in 11. Trains, trucks, and boats. So 4. Do I have a train available with 8 on it? Not currently. So that would be the problem. Boats can get there. Good boat. I think I'm good for now.
Okay.
After all that.
All right. So that's back to Edward to select a contract.
Yeah. So, Edward, what contract would you like?
All of them.
After
So
all
let's
of
see.
that, Matt took no contracts.
So I already have an 8. I already have stuff going to 8. I do have a total of 8 goods out
Surely
here.
you can make use of that.
So I have 8 goods. 5 of them accounted for here.
Or 4.
Potentially, sure. But I like this 8, but it has 8
You're not. Yeah,
goods.
you're not set for it. Yeah.
So that train doesn't have... It doesn't have... Oh, and it can't stop it. Can it stop in 3? It can stop in Mannheim. A steamroller train,
Right.
if you will. So over at 3... Oh, it's this one that we're looking at. You know what? God, that seems so short-sighted, though.
I mean, the penalties aren't that bad for not meeting a contract. You know, you're losing 1 income for some of...
No, I know, but it's all about being able to maximize but not
Yeah.
have to pay warehouse fees,
Oh, yeah.
which is the thing that's kind of killing me in the idea of this. I have 3 turns left for the 8, only need 4, so it gives me 4 more to play around with. I could drop 4 off at 7. It does have a train. I will take the 7, which gives me 4 time.
The 8, which I'll take 5.
All right.
So that's contracts. Now
All
we're
right.
loaded.
So up to load goods, starting with Blue. Do you have anything you would like to? No. Paul. Blue, you're up. Paul, I did not pick this up at Essen because by the time I made it over to their booth, they had already sold out of it. But DeVere Americas was kind enough to send us a review copy, and hence why we're doing the playthrough today.
Is anything still in Basel?
Let's see. We have the black ship, the red ship, the red, and all the airplanes. Actually,
anything with wood on it is still in best.
That would be the way to look at it, isn't it?
okay, cool. I thought that was clear. Okay, good. I'm glad you got that through.
I decline to load anything with my 1 remaining euro.
All right.
And Amanda, she has 1 contract. She only has 4 goods, which actually is what she needs.
Yeah.
Plus the 1, so I don't know how much she's going to be.
Unless it's preemptive shipping.
Oh,
I'm now
glorious
realizing that.
coffee, which we're going to need today. It's going to be a very long day, in a good way.
I'm glad I brought the coffee maker in.
Yeah, but I am too.
So here's my question.
Here's our answer.
Can any of these have more than 1 marker? on the board?
Yes.
Then I am not loading anything.
Okay. We are low.
But if it's already en route, you can't load new things on it.
You
They can only be
can.
loaded-
You cannot
They
load
must
them
be on the
from
map.
here
Right.
because
You can't
these
load
are
them from
essentially
Basel.
in Basel.
Right.
Whereas if you're going to drop them off, you can then put them on another transport
Right.
to move them later. But they have to be underway
Gotcha.
from another from a transport. So we're up to brown.
And I will load 4 on this plane here.
Ooh.
And that's going to be going up to 9. It can only move 7. So it has room for 3. I'm up. I elect to not load anything. Green, are you loading anything, sir? Hey,
yes.
Banker Dave's watching and says, "Hey, Sweater Mike, is money tight?"
After the game we played last night, when Dave went down to an income of 0, wasn't it?
I think so.
And then shoved his boot up our respective rectal areas. I think I'm going to win just because of that.
Okay.
12
Wow.
for green.
Wow.
So thanks for the shout out, Dave.
All right.
Way to monopolize that boat.
Yep. Get off my boat.
Oh yeah.
Get off my isthmus.
All right. So reserve.
You are the captain now.
So we are reserving, starting with blue. My guess is not, but
No.
you never know.
Blue cannot pay for anything.
Okay. What?
Something.
Thank you. All right. Purple.
Frankfurt.
Asher's engaging in the fine art of
Rearranging.
Button
Yeah.
placement.
But yeah.
Greyhound origami.
Right. All right. So did you pay for that, Amanda?
Not. Even though why? Just
What?
Just 4.
Just 4. I'm poor, but I will pay for it anyway.
Alright, and then I will reserve the red plane for Dusseldorf for 10.
Wow.
And green now before yellow.
Can you send this to 8, please, to Cone?
Cost him 3 for
3
green.
for green, please. It can go in the river.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And for me, I need to make it up to 8. So we have the black train does have one going to 8. The red train has something going to 5. And that's
11.
and 11. So I could wait. Yeah, we'll still wait. I don't need to spend the money right now. So that's reserving stops. Now we are into move and unload transports. So, yep.
He's going to go to 7.
Okay.
I like how it actually makes the plane noise when you move it on the road.
Right.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Well, it's the chemtrails. All right.
White train.
It's gonna
Can move 4 and make 2 stops.
1, 2, and it will stop there, and I will unload the rest of my things.
Actually, it goes in the other order. Blue, are you unloading?
Yes.
Are you sure? It didn't sound very confident.
And Matt, you said you were unloading?
Yes.
Red train is moving from Mannheim on.
And how far can it
We
move?
can move
3.
3.
It's fine.
1,
Try.
2. Along the track there. Alright, I am... Well, no. Mike unloads first, right?
So, Mike, are you unloading in Frankfurt?
Negative. No.
Okay.
Amanda?
Yes. I'm unloading all 4, please.
Okay.
And then it goes 1 more, yes.
Hold.
Edward, are
Okay,
you unloading
do-
in Frankfurt?
Do I get the option?
You do. Sorry,
Nah.
you're so far up there.
That's
I
your
didn't
penalty
see
for
you.
cheating.
Wow.
It's from the cheating, mostly.
Nope. I'm done. I'm not going to move.
It's another red train. Continues
Now it goes
to
1 more.
Koblenz. Which I've heard is very humid.
All right, it is, at the convergence of 2 rivers, if the geography is to be believed.
Yeah.
All right, black
Seems
train.
unsafe. 1, 2. Continues trundling along.
Yep, just moseying. He's in no rush.
White
Taking
ship.
the scenic route.
White ship can move 4 and stop twice.
It comes to, what is it, Duisburg?
So I'll take that
Stops.
reservation.
And it will
Are you unloading?
will
Duisburg.
unload everything on that ship. flare guns, meal rations, lifeboats. It's all going ashore.
All right. So that is move and transport, and now we fulfill contracts.
May I get a chance?
Sure.
In the game
Sorry.
of Rhein River Trade.
Sorry, I'm following Amanda's lead.
So I will move 3.
All right. Now that's it. So now we are fulfilling contracts. One job. All right. So Blue, are you fulfilling the contract?
Uh-huh.
And by the way, Mike, Paul's money is on you.
Oh, my.
That's smart money.
I don't know about that. No. I'm
6.
6 boxes come off for 24 income.
All right, so send him to 25.
Very nice.
Nicely
I'm
done.
not poor anymore.
Yay!
And I will also fulfill the contract in that same spot. For 18.
Oh. Slight correction. Reading this during the... well, we'll finish this. I'll talk about it at the end of the round during the move and unload transports.
Okay.
All right, so keep going down. We're down to Frankfurt, City
Hi.
5.
I am unloading as well. 4
Fulfilling
for
the
15.
contract?
Mhm.
Nice.
4 for 15. So let's do
15 and 8, 23.
23. Amanda doesn't do math. Everybody knows this.
Mainz, are you fulfilling a contract in Mainz, Amanda?
No, I am not.
Okay.
Forgot about my guy there.
All right, so that's it there. Now we go into the end of the round. End of the round, again, is what? We clear the contracts. Remove a time token from all your contracts that you have. Anything in Basel that doesn't or that has goods but has no reservation marker or has not left town, there are none. Any planes, trains, and ships still on the board that are empty and have no reservation markers, which is the white boat. The white boat goes back to Basel. Anything else?
The white train as
White
well.
train.
The white train. The red plane is good. What about the black plane?
The black plane is in Basel.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. The red train still has stuff out there.
Yep.
So everything red is still
Yeah.
on the board.
Yes.
Everything else comes home.
And the slow black train.
Yeah, black train is...
Yeah. Fair enough. And everybody loses 1 capital for every container on the board.
Purple goes down to 22.
All right.
We
So
lost
1
it
point.
with style.
One correction here, real quick, guys. So I'm just going to read this paragraph to make sure that I'm reading this right. Again, this is our second time playing it. In any city where this is regarding moving and unloading. In any city where planes, trains, and ships make a stop due to a reservation, players with containers on those transports may unload some or all of their containers by moving them from the transport map to the corresponding city on the game board, or transport some or all of their containers by moving them onto a transport mat of another transport located in the same city.
Cool.
Okay? However, containers can only be transported if both transports are available, i.e. you can't put something in there on a ship if a ship doesn't have a port.
Does that mean you can move them to trucks?
Hold
Yes.
on. That's the important thing here. Players may also transfer containers onto trucks taken from the reserve this phase. The
Yeah.
trucks from your reserve.
Okay.
The corresponding tile is moved from the player's reserve to the game board. As always, maximum capacity of all transports must be respected. And so when we finished the game, our first game, I was lamenting, man, you can't really chain it nearly as clever as I thought. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Because trucks have a movement or their initiative is 10, you
They
actually
go after
can chain
everything
it.
ell
Exactly,
So
and that's how
Amanda
you
wouldn't
can
have
chain
had to
it.
pay those 4
Yeah, I could've-
warehousing.
I
in
could've-
She
Frankfurt.
could have
She'd have
moved
that
it.
turn.
So go ahead and give Amanda 4 more income because she wouldn't have been. Well, no, not true. Because instead of warehouse, she would have had to have paid to load them. And actually,
Oh, you paid a load.
so
Yeah,
it
same
worked.
thing.
Leave it as is. So just important to know.
Interesting.
So we're into round 4 now.
Whoop.
Round 4 now.
We get new contracts.
4 now.
Contracts.
So making sense to y'all watching at home? Does it look interesting? That's what I'm curious. Is we enjoy logistics games, but I'm curious on y'all's end if it's grabbing y'all.
I mean, it's
or
a
not.
pretty board. It's bright. It's got lots of different bits going on. It's logistics.
It's a very attractive game.
And I will say that it's a lot clearer with these on their sides than when they're like this, because at a glance, it's easy to mistake a train. Obviously, a train is on the train track. The boat's on the river.
But if they're not, then yeah, it's very. If this looked more like maybe like a caboose or the front of a train or something,
like an engine.
Like an engine.
Oh well, it is. It's the Crocodile. One of the famous German freight trains is called the Crocodile, and it's this electric kind of. It's the train.
Okay, all right.
To
cool.
me,
all right,
the train nerd, that reads train.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so contract
I'm
starting
thinking contracts.
with green.
Yeah,
so
it's me.
everyone is right here in the middle. So good. The cheating didn't affect me too bad. Good.
Not too bad. A little.
Better luck next time.
You know.
Thank you for the coffee, Amanda. It's delicious.
You are welcome.
I'll take this 10, and I'll take 5 time markers.
Okay. Oh, wow, yellow. Not used to this.
Yeah, right.
So I have those 8 goods that are on transports, in theory, accounted for. However, 8? Seriously? Onto 8? 8 goods. Wow.
Maybe you should have preloaded a ship. I'm just saying.
I have enough money. Let me try it. Give me the first 2, please. And 3 time. I need 1 more time marker, please. They see me rolling.
Okay, now it's me. Let's see.
So what are you thinking? No one can affect you. So
yeah, I'm thinking that I want to go somewhere that one of these trains is going.
But they're already en route.
Yeah, but I thought I could add to it if I was at a stop. I thought that's what you said a little bit ago. Is that not correct?
If you have goods on a transport that acts before those trains do, you can offload it, and then as the train goes
by.
Then you can unload them.
Okay. Then completely disregard what I just said. That's not correct at all. Okay, so I am thinking I would like to be able to pick up my 4 here, since he's just kind of hanging out. So
You can always truck it, too.
yeah. So I'm thinking let's do 11. Let's do 11. 6 times.
Matt,
I will do the 6.
how much time?
4 times.
Mike?
Do I get to choose multiple in one go here, or
Nope.
one at a time?
You choose 1.
Choose one.
That was
One.
that was the rule mistake we.
Yep, that was the oversight on the 2-player game that you can choose a second contract.
And that makes
One,
sense for 2
you get
players.
Done.
1.
Okay.
And that makes sense for 2 players. There's so many contracts
Sure.
to kind of
Right.
make the economy.
And you
scale
guys actually
properly.
can see at home now the player count. 2 and 3 player, 4 player, and the 5 player, exactly.
So I chose a delivery to London, 5 boxes, 4 time,
All right.
which will pay $28.
We're up to load goods. Starting with green.
How many goods do I want to load? Oh, but I only have 3 left.
A
Oh,
2, a 3.
So here's where I get into the speculation, the real speculation. I don't have contracts that I can't fulfill or that I'm unable to fulfill right now. Do I plop these on a boat, hoping that someone else will hire the boat?
It's possible.
Yeah. I'm not hurting for money for my current set of contracts. And what to do? Where are y'all going?
All right. Space
11.
Monkey is stickering
Oh, nice.
his games as he
What
goes.
game is he stickering?
1 down. 2 to go. Fields of Despair. So
okay, yeah.
he's here for the long haul, it
Well
sounds
done,
like.
yeah.
Awesome. Good deal.
I'm going to 14.
I'm going to
So
11.
it's pretty clear.
I'm going to
how
2.
getting there.
Yeah.
I'm going to 11.
No, it's not, Mike. It's really not. Because you
decided to go
have
to 10, but
5
you wanna
time,
go one
right?
more?
Eventually, you will need to
Which
jump
one?
onto an airplane
Mm-hmm.
for 14. But there's nothing to say that you couldn't drop it off at 9, have the airplane come on up, set the reservation up there at 14. So don't sell yourself short. I don't want you to pigeonhole, I have to do the whole thing on planes.
Interesting.
Because it costs more money, right, for the reservation for the plane. Well, I guess one reservation is one reservation, so I guess so.
What are the different reservation costs, though?
So the white plane is 12.
Very well.
The black plane is 8.
And the red, even though it's
So
out
the
there
red
right now, is
en route
10.
Is 10.
And their speeds?
The white plane is speed 9.
Mhm.
Red plane is speed 7. The black plane is speed 5.
I see.
And they have a corresponding inverse cargo capacity.
Right.
So the faster of all of them has a smaller capacity.
Makes
Right.
sense.
Space Monkey says his other 2 games are Pax Baltica and East Front 2.
Nice.
Pax Baltica is one that I'm actually curious about picking up.
You know what? I'll load 3. 1, 2, 3. What the heck? You know, I'm wondering. You're going to 11, which is an odd number, which means you're probably not taking a boat. Let's see what this does.
All right, that's green. Yellow. Well, I need 7 goods loaded. Going to 2, huh? Oh, trains go to 2. Black train's already out there. I would take the slow boat or the slow train, but and I want 7, not 6, right? Because it's 13.
Could always truck the rest.
I could. And that 2, 4. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw 6 out there. Drop Yellow's income by 6, please. And I will load 1 cargo onto A for $1 more. Okay?
You people are mean because you took my plan.
Spend more money.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, so like you said earlier, you don't have to do everything on one.
Right? I mean, I'm on 3 different transports right now.
So I can split them up.
So yeah, that one little clarification, boy, that makes a huge difference,
Yeah,
doesn't
that
it?
matters.
Yeah.
Cheater.
It was actually in like clarifications, not in with the other rules.
No, it is. It's just buried right here in the middle, and it happens.
Okay, let's just go ahead and take that black one down. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just load it up, and
Okay.
then for future
Goods.
goods.
So
Nice.
how many are you putting
5.
on there? Which is the minimum, but it
Food.
is 1 more than what you need for your contract,
Exactly.
right? All right.
All right. So, is it blue or is it brown?
It's
It's
brown
brown.
on top.
I will load up 8.
Where are you headed? Black ship?
White ship.
Ooh.
He's speed 4.
Yep.
Correct.
The veritable speedboat of cargo ships. Is that it?
Yes. And so down 8 from 25.
17. Blue.
All right, just to make sure I have this completely cold. The red train is going to travel 3 spaces ending at 9, and at that point I can
Yes.
offload onto 2 trucks my 4 things by paying the $4, correct?
Assuming there's a reservation token at 9.
This is
Which
a
you'll
good
have
point.
the chance to purchase.
Yes, that will have to happen. But that.
Yes, if it has a reservation token, yes, that you are totally right.
Okay.
You would then have to. Players can transfer containers onto trucks taken from their reserve. During this phase, the corresponding tile is moved from the player's reserve to the game board. You have to respect capacity. You're unloading, so you're going to have to pay to unload onto the trucks, but you're also going to have to pay 1 to move all of your trucks if you do more than 2 goods. That make sense?
Got it.
Okay.
All right, let's. What is the capacity of the black airplane?
That is 8 total, sir.
Okay, load that sucker to the gills, please.
All right.
All right.
We're going to go a little bit
8 down for Blue's income. Yep.
All right, so that is loading cargo. And now we're purchasing reservations. Starting with yellow. Wow. Okay. So the black train, again. So I am going to 7 or 8. Looks like 8. I could purchase one for 7. Also. Offload 4. Ah, man. There is a lot to juggle as far as, keeping everything straight. Yeah. What do I have going where?
Yeah.
So the white train, I have... Okay, so I'm going to schedule, reserve a stop for the white train into 2.
Yep.
Into Karlsruhe.
Karlsruhe, yeah.
Yeah. So that cost me 6 income for yellow. So that one is taken care of. I could always ship via train. Whereas the black train only moves 6. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So the red train is already at 6. I do have to purchase something because that did not work out. I was hoping somebody else would purchase one for me. They did not.
A stop?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and take a red train reservation and put that at 8 as well.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bueno. I am fini.
Okay. Green. Yep. I need to purchase one. Can you set this to 10, please, in Duisburg?
Wow.
Happy to.
Good distance.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3.
10. There we go.
And
yeah, this game the board has a lot more reservation tokens with 5 versus 3 players.
Yeah,
totally.
So the white train, I have stuff on it. I don't have contracts for it. I'm going to leave it be because it's not going to come off the board when
it will next turn.
Well, it'll still have goods on.
Yeah,
I'm going
right.
to keep the goods on it. So yeah.
So you'll figure out where to pay it.
Yeah, I'll figure out where it's going.
Betting on the come.
Ad-lib the trains.
Blue's turn?
Yep.
Blue's turn.
Black reservation in London, please.
So let's...
8.
8.
It's going into Stansted because it can't afford landing rights.
Did you hear me giggle at the 100? Just saying. When I was pointing out during the teach.
I'm totally with you now.
I'm at 4. I mean, I do have 3 high contracts.
I appreciate the designer's faith in us.
That's one way to put it.
Pass.
Wait.
No, Matt's.
Yep.
Matt's turn.
Yep. So I'm going to take a white ship reservation to 6 for 5.
Pay 5. That it?
That's it.
Okay.
Purple.
Pass.
All right.
So we're on to moving now. So the white plane has nothing. The red plane. It can move up to 7, but it stops there because that's the only reservation token, or it only hits 1 stop, so it stops there. You're offloading.
I will offload and unload to my trucks.
Oh.
Which unloading onto his trucks will cost him 5.
Yeah.
Because it's 4 for the cargo, and then 1 to actually move it when it gets there.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay. So we're onto the black plane.
The black aeroplane.
And
it can move 5.
And it does so.
Okay. And is it offloading anything? No, because it has no reservation. Okay. The white train.
The white train is moving forward.
And it stops there. At 2, we will offload all 6 yellow. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not offloading. Thank you.
Okay. Now, it does continue on, however. Right?
Yeah, for the time being.
Yep. So it goes to 3 and over here to 4. Which now the red train
Full station there.
goes up to 3. It stops in Colm, which is only 2. Yellow will offload there at 8.
So, just to be clear, I would have had the opportunity to offload from here onto the black train at mines. If I were to pay 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally. Okay, so then that's only 2. It continues on 1 more. Yep, he's done.
Black train. We'll move 2. Up to Koblenz.
1, 2.
Okay.
White boat.
The white ship will move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The red ship now will move 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Thank you.
And the black ship
Enters the board. And we'll move 2.
All right, now we go into trucks. All right, so we go in this order. So yellow has that. I'll be honest, I don't know if I don't think I paid for the movement. I don't think so. Drop me 1. So he can move 2. 1 stop. So he goes 1, 2. He offloads, comes off the board. Good job. All right, other trucks.
Brown. We'll go 1, 2.
What can Brown do for
And we
you?
will offload there.
Brown crates
Water
here.
down.
There we go.
And then
Those come off. All right.
no other trucks.
No other trucks on the board, so we go to fulfilling contracts, starting at Rotterdam.
And I will fulfill that one.
Okay, so it's 23 for Brown. Go ahead. All right, and continuing down, Colm, we will not fulfill that contract, so I will be paying 2 for that. Keep coming down. 2. Amanda, are you doing anything with that cube?
Not yet.
Okay. And we get down to Karlsruhe, and I will fulfill that contract. We have 7. That's 15 income for yellow, please.
So 18.
Thank you. And that's it. So now we go into upkeep, which hopefully everybody has down at this point. Upkeep, all remaining orders get wiped. Why did I just move?
You're paying your warehousing
Oh,
in Colm.
we haven't gotten to that. But okay, that's fine. No worries. Take a time token off. All right. And then anything in Basel that there isn't any. And then anything that's completely empty that's on the board. The red airplane comes off. Anything else? Looks like there's a lot of cargo out there.
Yep.
All right. And now we pay warehouse fees. But apparently I already have. Has purple?
Yes.
All right. Next round.
Whoop. Come on,
Oh.
numbers.
Well, good news. There are numbers.
All right. I like numbers.
Only one big one out there.
Wow. Okay.
Mike.
Oh. My first shot at contract then.
Yep.
That's 5 rather than 4. Ugh. That's too bad.
It's almost like they planned that.
It's almost like it. I have 3 cubes.
That's also a thing to
Let's do that one.
Yep.
how much you pre-plan.
Oh yeah, if you noticed,
Oh, yeah, I'm empty.
I was 1 short for the contract that I wanted to do. It cost me a couple of bucks. So by not having enough.
I'm taking this one and it is 3 time tokens.
Yellow.
1, 2, 3.
Oh boy. So I'm looking at on 8. That's going to be a total of 8, 4, 4, and then move 4. That'll be 35 income I have for this turn coming. But yeah, I've really done a poor job of planning ahead, I feel like. 7 goods up to 11, huh? Can I make it there in time? With what's in here. So I could go 9 and then move 4 of them. Then pay warehouse fees for the others. Or maybe I could time it to where... Wow. Wow. The problem is all the transports are just about out, except for 2 planes.
Yep.
Everything is out.
Yeah.
Hell. Give me the 1. I'm the Baltic and Mediterranean of shippers.
Hey,
It works.
There's room in the marketplace for that.
Right.
And you need 2 timers on there.
Oh, good call.
There is a market.
You're in your lane.
Okay.
Well played, sir. Well played.
So I have 5 out there already. I'm going to be delivering 4 of them. And there's another one, so that's 5. 12.
What y'all at home don't get to see is Amanda's quick rotating tunnel vision of contracts board.
Yes.
Squirrel.
I'm going.
Well, it's not on the screen.
Not yet.
Oh, are you showing me do this?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
7. Okay. I'm going to take this one.
What one is this one?
11.
Okay.
For 6 times.
Just the one I wanted.
Gosh, all of those long contracts. I don't know what all that business is for.
Can't
you move it
so let's
faster
see.
than
That
that?
was purple. So brown, you're up.
Yeah. Was going to be a real easy decision.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Riveting TV.
Yeah. We'll do 6 again.
3 time.
I'll just take Mike's time.
Now there's almost all the time is gone.
Where has it gone? All right. Load up.
Mike?
These come over here. 2 trucks. And I pay, 3 for that? Or 4?
Pay the number of containers.
3.
Green is choosing not to load.
Good choice. Good choice. So I can load up trucks to get it, and I don't have to deliver this turn. So I actually could do this twice. So that would cost me 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 14. So I would profit 6 if I did the maximum. Whereas here, I would pay 5. So it's only worth 1 extra income. And it would take 2 turns to do it. I will not. So I will take 4. I will load up 4 onto my trucks. And that cost me 4 income. I'm sorry, 5 to including the movement.
So
Okay.
then Mike owes 1 more for the movement then?
No, he paid it. He loaded 2. Oh, yes.
I
He
loaded 3.
1 more. There you go.
My bad.
Okay,
All right.
now it's me. I'm not gonna do the head thing again.
Remember your cube in mines.
Yes.
And there's a white train and a white ship there.
Yes.
Welcome to game day at Heavy Cardboard.
Okay. I don't have enough money for my plan. Dang it.
You can mortgage.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Actually.
But that's going to cost you a loss of 3 because you get 6. You owe 9.
Who says she wants the truck back? She's not using them.
Oh, the piper will be paid.
Does it count negative at the end of
Yes.
the game? Oh, okay.
Actually. Oh, I won't have to. Okay. So I'm going to load up 6 onto the red aeroplane.
Ooh.
Paul says it seems the end game, the timing of the end game will be key.
Matters, yeah. Yeah, I'm watching that round marker, and can you get your contracts done in time?
Thank you, Paul. I wasn't there yet. Now I am.
The benefit of watching from afar, I think.
You can always think more
2,
clearly
3,
when you're
4,
not
5, 6.
In the thick of it.
in the thick of it.
How much did you just load? You
6.
paid 1 too many.
I was on 16.
You were at 17.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the board.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The benefit of time.
How many spaces are left on that red airplane?
Did that call go to the booth,
1.
Ed?
Say, oh, actually,
What's
wait
your
a
2?
minute. That's way late.
No, just 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, never mind. If you say you were at 16. Sorry.
If there were 2, I'd
That's
hop.
okay.
If there were 2, I'd hop on it.
Just 1.
Gonna have to pay extra and take the white airplane.
And Amanda, you didn't want to load your cube onto the white train.
And it's only gonna be.
That technically happens during moving.
Yeah, it's not.
So,
okay.
So
Oh,
the one
good
thing
point.
that's not clear, though, in the rules, though, is it says all transports move at the speed indicated on the transport map. The movement may end sooner if the transport has made its maximum number of stops or if the transport has no other reservation markers on the board. Okay. So again, going back to the part we talked about earlier about the loading and unloading and then loading, it doesn't say that both vehicles or all vehicles for loading. It's just you get to load if they happen to be there, even if there's no reservation marker, as long as the port is respected. Meaning, so with this ship here in 4, if Amanda could load to the ship, whereas if it were at 5 in this cube, she could not.
Naturally.
But as it is, she can freely load on. That's probably backwards. She can freely load on either of those if she wants during the
movement phase.
That's when it says you can do it.
Okay, cool. So we're buying reservations now.
Yep.
Mike?
Don't have to buy reservations for trucks. Just making sure.
So technically, you would pay the 1 right now for your truck.
Oh, I see.
Got
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And I have my 2 reservations in place for my other 2 shipments in flight. So pass.
And purple.
Okay, purple is going to purchase this one for 7.
For where?
Oh, it can't go. I'm going to go to
And it's
Frankfurt.
10.
So where is it you're trying to go?
I want to go. I'm needing to go to 11, so I'm going to go up to
9.
Just one
9. So the plane will just stop
Mm-hmm.
on its way there.
And so Amanda is now at 0.
Exactly.
Perfect usage.
Nice plan.
Blue Zori, I'm up. All right, so let's look at this. So black, I need to go here. Bueno. These. Oh. No, we have time. I'm going to pay warehouse fees, though. Son of a biscuit. And what my problem is I have my 2 ships, or I'm sorry, my 2 trucks already loaded with stuff, and these should have gone out. These are going out there. Yeah. So I cannot use my trucks this turn to move from 8 to 7. But I do have the only thing. I'm good. No reservations. Done.
Right. Green is buying 1 reservation for the white train for Koblenz.
Oh, nice. Nice
Thank
shot.
Right
No, it was
there.
right where it was.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, and I'm gonna buy a reservation for the white plane for Frankfurt.
That's 12.
12, yes.
It's a very fast plane.
14.
Should be.
That's it. Move and unload.
Mouvement. The white plane enters the board.
Goes to Frankfurt and unloads, and then loads on trucks.
which those now cost you a total of 5 to be able to move that. Okay, and the trucks are out here, and those will move here shortly. All right, the red plane.
Red plane enters the map.
It can move 7.
And it is going to go 7.
We're waiting for it to go
It
7.
needs to go 7.
Dispersing
There we go.
365 pounds of phenobarbital into the atmosphere behind it to keep the population calm.
The black plane can move 5.
It can. Would it like to? Okay.
The white train, it can move up to 4, but 1, 2, and we will unload in Koblenz.
And there you go.
Thank you.
Oh, I missed. Sorry. Dispersing 865 kilograms of nitrous oxide to keep the population docile.
Oh.
And happy.
And happy and,
And
laughing.
happy.
The red train can move 3
The
and stop twice.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3.
And it will stop there.
Are you unloading?
And disgorge
In
a
Rotterdam?
particularly large amount of cargo onto the dockside. Yo, Harbor Master.
All right.
Black train can move 2.
And it'll just kind of mosey, Bon and Colm, and
Are you
drop
unloading?
off. Oh, you betcha.
The white ship can move 4 and stop twice.
1, 2. It'll stop right there.
Are you unloading?
Couldn't I have, during movement, gotten on one of
I'm
those?
sorry.
transports?
You could have.
You could have, but you can't afford it.
Oh, dang it.
Well, it's not true.
Hmm.
She can mortgage a
I
truck.
could, and I'm going to.
All right.
She would
So
have been on
get
the white train.
So
or
I
the
get
white
6.
boat.
I get 6 for the mortgage.
right. Then where are you? What are you loading it on?
I want to load it onto
The white train or the white ship?
the white ship.
Okay.
So that would be 1.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Now the white ship can move up to 4. 1, 2. It stops there.
It's going to go here. That's going to come back. All of
Amanda, are you unloading in Koblenz?
I don't have to, do I?
You do not.
I choose not to.
Matt, how much are you unloading?
All of it.
Okay.
Get out!
So that is move 2. He moseys on 3
3,
and 4 and stops.
She just hijacked that ship.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
Or paid for it. I mean,
And
Hey,
now
I
the
had
red
to- I had to mortgage a truck, okay?
the red ship's going to move 3. We'll stop in
1, 2.
in Calm. And how much am I unloading here?
God knows.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he unloads, so we don't forget, he will continue 1 more.
All right. I will unload 6 in Calm.
We'll allow it. Okay. It's the place to be.
Lemons and limes.
Oh no, these are miniature Calm cathedrals.
Oh, okay. All right. For
For
tourists,
the tourists.
Oh no, for the locals,
Oh, God.
obviously.
obviously. All right. So the black ship goes 2. Nothing else happens.
Okay.
Now we go trucks. Trucks, starting with purple. Purple has no trucks out there. Right. And by trucks, I mean trucks singular because the other's in Hawk.
Exactly.
Green has no trucks out there, not in Hawk. Blue has two trucks.
Moves to Karlsruhe.
Okay.
And pukes out these onto the dockside.
And those come off. There you go.
Rude.
Brown. Brown's
okay.
trucks.
They
What
just
can Brown do for
Move
you?
Move up to 6, and they dump a whole bunch more brown onto 6.
Okay.
Grief.
Take your trucks off.
How unceremonious. Puking
Oh,
and
I
dumping
see what
goods.
you're doing.
And we move on up
I
to
hope that wasn't
Strasbourg.
fragile.
Drop those 4 off. Those 2 come off the board.
Whatever happened to carefully unloading of goods? I feel like this
It's
is
union.
Why,
They
I
don't
feel
have
like
to
this
worry
is why
about it.
table legs get broken in shipping.
And TVs get broken and
Right?
Chad
Have
might
you
have
seen
something to say
the
about
UPS, videos?
Oh, I've
It's
seen
where a
them.
guy's just hucking.
Just kick it. Yeah.
Just
It's faster.
yeah, right. All right. So that's all the movement. Yeah.
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 Yeah. We complete contracts. Starting up there in Rotterdam.
no.
Well, it's not you.
Oh,
sorry,
it's not me.
not turn order. It's map
Yeah.
order.
Yeah,
That was my
man.
bad.
That's true.
This
So we go from German to Jamaican. Yeah, man. Okay.
Rotterdam. 4 boxes, 23. 23 euros,
Wow.
please.
So blue to 28.
28.
All right, coming on down. We go green.
All right. Green in Colne, 6 boxes is 21, please. So I'll go to 26.
Yeah, here are 6
Thank you.
boxes.
Hey, I have stuff to load again.
Really starting to feel that whole rubber band thing now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
So-
this contract is fulfilled.
Yellow.
So we have.
I'll keep it.
Let's see. That would be. It's 35 either way I do it. So I will go ahead and complete the 8 contract, which I need to. Which is going to be for 4 of the goods for 17, please, for yellow. Thank you. And sadly, we will pay warehouse fees on the rest of them, going down to 6, starting with
Brown.
Brown, what can
Oh,
you
boy.
do for?
I will deliver all of it, but 2 different cards.
So one at a time.
So this one for 8,
Okay.
8 boxes for 22.
22. So those.
Okay. To 27.
This one 4 for another 14.
Wow.
Well done. I say well done, kind of in quotes.
27 plus
41.
I think
Because I don't feel like any of us is playing exceptionally well. Again, might I remind everyone?
Hundreds.
Yep.
Maybe the 2-player game.
Just saying. We go down to 2.
Excuse me. There's Koblenz.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
My
unload it.
apologies.
Thank you.
Sorry.
3 for 12, please.
All right.
12 for
12. You have more cargo to load.
Hey, all right.
All right. Now coming down to Karlsruhe.
3 boxes nets €7.
Didn't you pay more for that than no?
Then what he got?
Right. Yeah.
35.
Okay. And then we go into Strasbourg, and there are 4 there. We will complete it for 10. For yellow, please.
38.
Yeah, made $2 off of that.
All right. Hey, the pros don't ask how; they ask how much, right? All right. Moving on. We are at the end of the round. End of the round. What is it, guys? Clear the contracts. Good guess. Then remove a time token. Oh, wait, and those should flip. Whoop. There. And let's see. Anything in Basel that doesn't have, we don't have that. Anything out here that does not have reservation
Red
tokens.
train.
Red train is empty and has no tokens.
This does. This does. This does.
Ship?
The white ship
White ship
has goods, so that stays.
White train has neither goods nor reservation.
All right, he comes home.
And white plane.
White plane is empty. And what about the black ship?
Black ship has goods.
Good. All right. All right.
Pay
The
your-
penultimate round.
I gotta pay for.
I was hoping you guys wouldn't notice. I'll pay 4 for yellow.
All right.
That was unceremonious, but okay. All right. So we are in the penultimate round, or the other way.
The way everybody else can see him.
So, 2-turn contracts.
Yeah.
Or 2-turn deliveries.
Let's jump through some hoops. Purple, you're up first. Rob says might also explain games going missing en route for messing. That's funny. That's funny.
Yes.
Valid point. Let's see.
Hold on. Let's deep in thought in Matt on his phone.
He's reading their stuff.
No, I know. I'm just.
I know what I want. I don't know if it'll come to me. We'll have to see.
Seeing as you are next to last, we'll see.
I will take what's left and I will like it.
It's funny watching Amanda's eyes dart back and forth and looking at this. This is good.
It's a more subtle version of the tunnel vision squirrel.
Right, yes. This is cousin, the eye darting squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
take this one for
All right.
6.
All right.
All right.
So I'm up next. So Amanda's getting housed right now, but she's not when you look at it because Matt.
Oh yeah, she's
Matt right now is up at 41 and has zero contracts. So it's actually pretty close. Even though Amanda's only at 5 and we're up here at the corner, it's actually a lot closer than you think it would be. 14, huh? That's 2 turns. At 5. 17. That gets me 11 profit. Boy. Yeah, let's not overthink it. I'll take the 14.
Glory to Rome, Edward.
And 3 time. Soon as I said 14, I saw internally Mike wince. Oh, my bad. Mike, you're up.
One speculative contract shot to hell. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
No, soon to be shot to London.
Yes. All right. So the Black Plane is going to arrive in London this turn with 8 boxes of premium blue product. So
Premium blue product. Street pharmaceuticals.
Well, then let's turn the Black Plane around.
Guy's
and
name
go
on Breaking Bad.
back to Dusseldorf.
While waiting, Rob says, seen in the background, opinions on 1844 and 1854. It looks pretty. I like Clemens Franz's artwork, and I'm looking forward to playing it. So, those are my thoughts on it. In other words, we haven't gotten it to the table yet.
All right, Ash, what contract would you like?
Oh, it's to me?
It is to you.
Oh boy. See, this makes me think that I wasn't actually going to get the thing that I wanted.
The thing?
The ability to deliver the contract that I was eyeing delivering. And turns out that somebody else took it anyhow, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
So instead, what we're going to do...
That's why they call it speculation.
Yes, sir. He speculated that he would not get it, and he was right.
So what are we...
What are we?
I really don't know.
Duality of man. So what are you guys enjoying it? Is it making sense?
Oh yeah.
Good. All
Makes
right.
great sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll leave the final thoughts here for next round. Yeah, I feel like it's going pretty smooth overall.
We haven't had any big, if you'll pardon me, train wrecks.
So far.
What we have not maximized is the going backwards and making use of that and the predatory actions.
Yeah.
This has been more or less what can I do, not really worried about trying
How
to
can I
screw
interfere
over
with somebody else? Yeah.
which I think comes with advanced play, which
think
makes
so.
sense.
But
Since
you did that so admirably this turn, Edward.
a little bit different. A little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't with, like,
Malice.
aggressive reservations.
Right.
That was
Malice
just,
forethought. It was
I got the
just,
contract before you.
Right. All right.
All right,
So,
so that's the last one.
We're loading up.
We're loading.
Load 'em up.
And I have to go, of course.
Well, you don't have to, but if you would like to load, you are first. Jeffrey says, I've been wanting to get this. Didn't know it was on anyone's radar. Cool.
I pass.
My recommendation, listen to the podcast.
Yellow.
We talk about it on there for sure. Yellow is definitely going to load up. So we're going to take 5 and throw them up yonder, up on the white ship.
Yep.
It's a Piaggio P180.
White airplane.
Yes.
The airship.
Lollipop.
You gave me 5. You said 6. Are you putting
No,
5?
I'm doing
Okay.
right.
Okay.
No, I wanted to entice someone to just throw something up there to London. Not really. It's not going to happen. I'm just...
Okay. Mike?
Well, I have 7 boxes of premium blue product here, and no space on the white airplane.
Premium blue product.
And that's why I'm glad that Mike took the contract that I was eyeing.
That's either like a cleaning product or it's like crystal meth.
You know, I feel like that you could go cheaper and just pass off blue house paint as like a, nutritive filler. Or, like vitamins. Right. Like Vitaminos.
Let's... Got a spec on something here.
There's ain't no hiding what I'm shipping. It is
manure.
It's
manure, yes.
High grade, but...
Right.
I'm going to put 5 boxes on the... Oh, heck.
Did I move down
White
5 income?
Train.
For
White
that?
train?
I haven't touched it, so
White
probably
train.
not.
Oh,
5 on the white train.
5 on the white train. I'm going to spec on that last.
You didn't have to do that, Mike.
Says the guy who's next. Ash, what you doing? Asher is laying over in the corner here, fighting sleep. What's up, bud?
I will be loading 9, please. 6 on the red train, 3 on the white train.
Woo!
On to 29 from 38.
Chicka, chicka, boom.
Woo.
All right.
And I'm kind of hosed. Because going last. I really needed to get some... on something faster than a 3. And now I can't.
Well, there's one on the airplane. There's one on another airplane. There's one on a train that moves 4.
Yeah, we can't break it up that far.
Well, I'm just saying you could. You're saying you can't. I'm saying you can. It may not be financial or fiscally...
It may not be wise.
Right, fiscally wise.
Mm-hmm.
But you could. And I don't feel like it's overstaying or anything with 5 players, which is good to see. Yeah. I think if it went past 7 rounds, I think it would. But I feel like 7
rounds,
is...
Yeah, the rounds are tuned.
Yeah, I think so. Well done on that, yeah.
When one presumes that for 2, 3, and 4 that they're tuned well as well.
Yeah.
How did y'all feel at 3?
Environment kind of in first game learning,
sure, yeah,
stuff. So that's kind of I hesitate to really comment too much on that.
You were in a library bar, so that always changes your outlook on things.
Library bar?
Yeah, weren't y'all at the
fiction?
Yeah, y'all were at fiction.
Oh, okay. What you did there? I see it.
Can't find any way to do what I need to do now. I will try.
All right.
Try.
Or, we could bust out Yoda.
Yeah.
Do or do not.
Put 4 on the red train.
All right.
How do you get so big eating food of this kind?
And 1 on the white train.
1 on the white train. All right, so that's 5 for Brown.
Yes.
All right. And that's it, right? All right. So that's loading. Now reservations.
So.
Reservations. It snuck up on Amanda. She didn't realize she was going to be first.
Ugh. This game is hard.
Thousands watching Amanda contemplate. Rob asks, it's been used in several gameplays now, and it's obviously a game group thing, but can you explain the glory to Rome? Exclamation. Yeah, Rob, instead of saying go fuck yourself for taking my move, glory to Rome. And why is that?
That's because in the card game Glory to Rome, when someone sends the
legionnaires, right?
Legions after you to steal one of your resources in the name of the state, and if you don't have it, you say Glory to Rome.
In other words, Tough Titty said to Kitty when the milk ran dry, I think is it. So yeah, basically it's a much more PC version of that.
Gonna go there. That. It's gonna go there.
Or I guess we could just say go fish.
That's not as much fun though.
No, it's not nearly.
So that's only 2. It's 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do any of my stuff. That's fantastic.
Not really. That's poor.
I'm very excited about it.
None of it? Really?
I'm gonna be able to do this one. That's it, I think. Because I forgot about the timer of the game. Thanks, Paul. I will do this. That's gonna move 4, but I don't want it to move 4, so let's go to 11. And that is 5. So now I'm down to nothing.
Done?
Done.
Green. Ash.
Asha.
All right. So. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Red train's going to bottom. That'll cost me 4 for green, please. 7.
4 for green.
And then the white train hasn't been pegged yet. Mike's banking on it, so I'll let Mike set it.
All right.
I don't know where it's going yet.
Yellow's
I don't have a
up.
contract for it.
I need a reservation. Minus 12 for yellow. This is going all the way up north to Heathrow.
Oh, definitely to Heathrow.
And then I guess technically we do the loading of ships from out here during the move and unload. So just as a reminder to myself, those are going out to coal. Okay.
So we did that. Okay, so now we're up to blue.
And reservation for the trucks will go 1, and I'm going to load it for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these 4 are going to be loaded onto my trucks. Done.
Okay, well, since Ash astutely observed that I had to put up or shut up,
As he keeps going.
the speed of the train is 4. We have this turn and next turn, so I'm going to book it into calm.
Rob says, I found myself swearing a lot in Vietnamese now to thanks to learning several phrases at work. Great for public situations.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Reservation cost for the white train is 6.
6.
Is it?
Sir.
Down
24.
to 24.
Just a reminder.
Hundreds.
Just saying. Just throwing it out there. You know.
I don't have 100. I have 0. Just in case anybody was
Right.
confused.
Yeah.
I have not lapped
Okay.
and made it back.
Okay.
Like
Brown.
Huh.
What can Brown do for you, Matt?
I don't think I need to do anything. But
Oh, no.
yeah, that train's not getting there.
Nope. I just realized that. Oh, well.
So you're kind of having that realization
Yep.
moment, like I did last night in the Age of Steam Soul Train, that nobody urbanized the Yellow City.
Because somebody messed up, I now have to put it there.
In Koblenz.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. I'll be using that too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Trucks will get it done for you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not making it to Bonn.
Yep.
But trucks can, at least partly.
Okay. That's all the reservations, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Stick those guys there for later too.
All right, we are moving.
Oh, this won't be till like 2 turns from now. Never mind.
Starting with the white plane,
All right.
please. He moves 9.
So, red plane.
Spewing anthrax out the back to control the
Nice.
population that has been overstimulated.
I'm only
Right.
going to go 2
To Dusseldorf.
to Dusseldorf, and I'm going to unload in Dusseldorf.
Crap, I didn't
Okay.
have another chemtrails queued up.
All right, black plane.
All right, he moves 5, yes?
Yep. Which?
1, 2,
Two.
3, 4.
Okay.
All right. And he kicks out 4 of those blue boxes.
4?
Yes.
Only 4?
Only 4.
4?
Only 4. It ain't going any further.
I put a reservation back. Right.
Well,
gonna
you'll hand over the reservation.
Yeah, it'll hand over the reservation, and I'll stick another reservation marker for him back here because he'll still have cargo next turn.
To go there.
To go
So there
backwards.
goes your backwards.
It does
backwards.
happen. You are correct, sir.
All
Okay. So the white train.
White train. We'll move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, excuse me, he can move one more.
Yeah, because he was only 5. He was there. So.
Well, it doesn't have a reservation.
Doesn't have a
move
reservation to
to-
move
true.
backwards to you.
Okay.
So he stays there, and he'll go to 9.
Yeah.
At Dusseldorf. All right. Next, the red train
We'll
moves
move
3.
1, 2, 3.
The red train. I'm sorry, the black train. Colors are hard. Black train.
Has no reservation markers. Oh, it's empty.
Yeah.
That should have come back.
No,
that-
Matt just loaded it.
Oh. Huh?
Didn't you?
I didn't do
That's
anything.
what's the train.
Yeah, we must
what
have
was
missed
the?
it.
I didn't do anything with the black train.
Oh, was that for you? You just loaded it. That was
No.
here.
Nope, those have been hanging out
Yes,
there.
it's
So
been
it
there.
should have
So they
been
should have
back.
come back.
Did that mess anyone up?
No.
Good. Moving on. White boat. White boat can move 4. 1, 2, 3. It stops there. Reservation marker comes off.
Are you unloading?
That goes off to Rotterdam.
All right.
That's going to come back. The red ship
Red ship is
going
moving
there.
and unloading all 6 in Duisburg.
Okay.
Black chip moves 2.
1, 2.
Just moseying. All right. Now trucks. Trucks starting with purple. Purple truck singular. One still in hawk. Not happening. Yellow. Those yellow trucks are going to move. They're moving from 8 to 7. And then they will offload all 4 goods. There. In Bonn. Shaking there. No, I'm not going to do it. Okay. And that's
Shaking our
done.
bonbon.
Blue, you're up.
Chicky Bon Bon.
Blue's trucks, not on the board. Green's trucks, not on the board. So that's it.
Mhm.
No more trucks. All right, we move into completing contracts. London,
London completes for €26.
26 for blue. That'd be an even 50.
I can't reach. Thank you.
There we go. Duisburg.
Rotterdam next, do you think?
Technically Rotterdam, but there are no contracts that have 1.
Okay. Duisburg. Yes, please. 6 for 24 for me, please.
24 and 25, 49.
All right.
Dusseldorf, purple. You completing that in 9?
I don't have anything to complete.
Okay.
Oh, that's on
You
spec.
could have.
Could have.
Oh, I was gonna say she could have loaded
she
on.
doesn't have
yeah.
the money to.
Yep.
I don't have.
Oh, so
like I'm gonna go watch TV. Like I have no money. I have 7 out there. I can only hawk this one for 6.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Well, you
ouch.
Yeah.
might be able to.
You might be able to grab a
Catch a
contract,
9.
maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to Bonn. 7 with 4 goods. 18 for yellow, please.
Yeah, which is going to pay for the storage
Yeah, I
before
have to
that
pay
ever
for
happens.
the storage. I don't have the money for storage.
Oh, so you overextended by 1 contract.
Absolutely.
So apparently, the first game for the Eulers, or heavy cardboard, in Rhine, you must go bankrupt.
Yellow goes to 30. 18 and 12.
No, but
Thank you.
hawking the truck will pay the storage.
Nope,
costs
she
for
has
this,
1
right?
more.
She can let that rot. Though.
No, she cannot. That is not a voluntary. You don't have to pay.
Okay.
So that's it for contracts. We go into upkeep. Upkeep. Remaining cards go away. Anything out there that has goods, that's not an issue. The red train does have stuff. White train does have stuff. Black boat
Does have stuff.
the planes. The red plane does not, and no reservation marker. That goes away. The red boat.
The red
Comes
boat
back.
Comes back.
The
as
white
does
boat.
The white boat.
Okay, comes back. And now we pay card.
The black plane stays. It still has cargo.
Correct. So now each player loses 1 capital for every container they have left on the city. Amanda loses 7. So she could, in theory, hawk her other truck. But taking out a mortgage. If the mortgage... bankruptcy. In some extremely rare cases, congrats, Mrs. Euler, despite the warning at the end of load containers section,
Come on.
a player may spend all of his capital and still be unable to pay his fixed costs, storage, or penalties, or other fees required to fulfill an order, even after taking out a mortgage on both of their trucks. In this case, that player, thanks to his great business acumen, will have to declare bankruptcy and drop out of the game early. The other players are authorized to tease them for a minute at most.
That's
1
awesome.
minute.
Hang on.
After that, they keep playing the game without any changes, number of or da-da-da-da.
Okay, I'm going to set a timer. Set a timer for 1 minute.
You have 1 minute. Ready? Go, Peanut Gallery. Neener, neener, neener.
If you declare bankruptcy another, 4 times, you'll be even with our beloved leader.
Hey, in the words of P. Diddy, mo money, mo problems, right? So, I just made it easy on
That
yourself.
is true.
Are you sure you don't want to hawk your other truck?
I can't.
He did.
Oh,
It
she
doesn't
can?
matter. No, she hawks it for 6. She owes 7.
She still owes 1.
Yeah. So Dan says, brutal.
I got 99 problems.
Money's a whole lot of them.
Money's like 98 of them.
Right, yeah,
And
seriously.
falling asleep during rules teaching is the other one.
Paul says he blames the teacher. No, you're not. No, I didn't go bankrupt. No, that's not how this works.
In fact, you went bankrupt and specifically tried to...
Yes.
Right, so again, the first time I played this earlier this week, I went bankrupt. Overextended. Again, if you guys can see on Amanda's, so, yep. Oh, no, hold on. Let me switch it back over. So, her 3 contracts, she overextended.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Oh, timer's done. Y'all done.
All right.
Now, really what we wanted to do was show all the different rules and edge cases within the game for the sake of the learning.
Hey, we're here to teach the game in its completion.
We're here for you.
Right?
We're here for you listening and watching.
I do this.
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Here, please.
I do this for you.
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
And with that...
Here's the academy. Thank you.
Right, and with that, you ain't got to go home, but you
I
can't
am
stay
home.
here. You're.
But I am home.
All right, yeah, fair point. So I'll tell you what. Let me run to the restroom. You can run mine.
Do you
And
really want me to?
fair point.
Into the
Oh
round.
wait, I'll just hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, we are into the last round.
You are the yellow team, dude.
Right. If you could just clean that up and get that out of
It's
the way.
supposed to
Oh, look
stay.
at this 9.
Hey, Matt?
Some more 9s out
Other
here.
way.
Oh, and look at that. The cards are the exact number. It's like they planned that. All right. Oh, that should have gone there. All right. That was funny, by the
That
way.
was-
Just
that was
FYI,
humorous.
that was awesome. If you, oh wait, hold on. Actually, the expansion for this game is
Just making up.
no, don't. It's Storage Wars for players that go
That you're
bankrupt.
just making
Yes.
up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like maybe I'll get like a big diamond in one of the containers. Who
Right.
knows?
Totally. Right. All right.
Okay, I'm rolling up and catching up with you.
Okay, he's getting there. All right. So.
Contracts. Edward.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, the purple one.
Oh, that's cruel.
So
That
I'm up
wasn't hurting
first
anyone.
for contracts. She would do the exact same to me, would you not?
Nope.
Oh no. Okay. I'm the horrible person.
Amanda's nodding in agreement.
No, I wasn't.
Wow. So the only plane that can make it to 9 is already on the board. It can't be used. So the 9s, I think, are pretty much useless.
Yeah, they're hosed.
The 3s can make it with a train, but there are no trains available. The ship could,
The ship could make it.
but
yeah.
it can't make it to 3.
To
It doesn't
3.
stop at 3. It stops at 4.
But you could
And
truck
there
it
is
there.
a 4. You could truck it there. That's a fair point. I feel like I need to push the envelope to go ahead and have a chance, which I might not. But even so, at 4, that's 5. That costs 5. That costs 10. So it's only +3 to be able to do it, but it's one less that you guys can. Let me have that 4, please.
Oh.
You're taking the 4, I'm taking the 3.
Oh, no.
Okay. And green.
Well, in that
Oh,
case,
and 2 time for that.
I'm going to take the 6.
How much time?
3.
3, although it doesn't matter.
Thank
Did we remove 1 time marker?
We did not.
We did.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm going to take one of the 9s because I have goods on the way there.
Okay. Oop,
Can
let's
you
run
get
that
there?
away. Well, he'll find out.
That's where it's going.
All right. So that's it for the... We can go ahead and wipe those and get them out of the way because this is the last round. So now we're loading cargo, starting with yellow. So I will load 5 onto the white ship. So that's 4. That's 5.
So 5 for
five
yellow.
back for yellow, please, Matt. Okay.
4 on that same ship.
And green.
Green does not need to load any goods.
That sounded like a question, and yeah.
Yep.
Sounded
Green
like
does not need to load any goods.
blue.
I'm all set.
All right, so we are going in. That's loading goods. Contract or
Reservations.
thank you. I will reserve in Mains the white boat, which cost me 5 for yellow, please.
Matt.
And that's it. Brown.
Yeah, I don't need to do any. You guys have all done it for me.
Okay. Okay. Real quick, just strategy here.
Yeah.
So the white boat could stop at either 2 or 4 for Matt's 3, and
Right.
then he can load it on the trucks,
Sure.
right? So if I could have, if I was thinking about it, I should have not paid the 5 to reserve it
And make him do it.
and make him do it, and then he does it at 2, but it's okay because then I have to pay for my trucks along with him. So
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's actually a net of 0 because it's 5, which
It's making him pay 5 versus you still paying 5.
I wouldn't have been able to move all 5. I would have only been able to move 4. So interesting thing that I could have forced him to spend a little bit
I've
more
actually
money.
messed up in another way. So
Oh, okay. All
because I
right.
don't have 3 trucks.
That is true. You in fact only have 2.
So what I must do is buy a reservation for the white train in Bonn. 6 for green, please.
6 for green. And then we're on to blue. I'm sorry. Was there any other?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So 43. Yeah.
Okay.
That it?
That is it.
All right, blue. I'm on the white train, which will move up to 4, 2 stops. Thank goodness it gets 2 stops because it's going to need 2 now that it's going to stop in Bonn. And then I need to get those 4 boxes of premium blue product
Oh,
to
yeah,
Dusseldorf.
I guess we're laying out the trucks now, right?
And I need a reservation for the black plane, please.
Reservation for the black plane?
There you go.
How much is that? 8?
8.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Very well. He's coming back to Dusseldorf. 8 from 50, 42.
All right. So that's it.
And I pay a reservation for these guys of 1.
Yep. 1 total. It's not 1 per truck, notice. It's 1 total. All right. So we are on to moving and unloading.
I guess I need to put my trucks out. Not that we're using it yet, but
Okay.
reminder.
Okay. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
The white plane does have a reservation in London. It will move to London. Okay.
Offloading 5.
Yes, sir. Here you
I'll
go.
take the reservation.
Up to London. There we go. All right. And then the red plane has nothing. The black plane is... Okay, so real quick. I explained this at the beginning of the rules, but it hasn't come up. Obviously, it's at the end of its route, but it had goods on it, so it stayed out there. So Mike was actually able to put another reservation going the other direction.
Yep.
And if there is not one further along, closer, it then goes to the closest backwards on the track, and hence Dusseldorf has one. So now Mike, that can move up to 5, 14,
2, 3, 4.
and 5. And that unloads everything, I assume.
Yep. 4 crates of premium blue product for Dusseldorf.
All right. And we're on to the white train. The
All
white
right.
train can move up to 4 and make 2 stops.
So here's where 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So hold on. Starting with brown, do you want to unload there?
Yeah.
Okay. Then to blue, do you want to unload there?
Negative.
And green.
Yes.
Okay. He unloads there
And then the white train continues.
and goes here. And I assume
home.
at this point, now everybody unloads the rest of their stuff, correct?
Precisely.
Okay. Okay. Then we go on to the red train.
All right.
The red train can move 3 and make
1,
2 stops.
2, 3.
Okay. So now
Match.
at Koblenz,
Are you unloading in Koblenz?
Yes.
all of it.
Yes, all of it.
Okay.
And I am also unloading, as this train will not be moving anymore this game.
Okay. Note, it does have another destination, but it's moved its limit, and it could move. It could make 2 stops. However,
If it had any more
if it
movement
had
left.
any more movement, it does not.
It's not
So
fast.
so technically, let's leave it out there just to be clear, but it will never happen. Correct. The black train doesn't. The white boat,
ship.
however, will move up to 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And there you go. And all the yellow will unload.
Matt,
No,
are you
I'm leaving
unloading
it on
brown?
there.
Oh, because it's 4 points.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well, I've spent 4 points to put it there, so I'm
Oh,
not
so
gonna
I
spend
guess it's a
another
wash,
4 points.
right? Yeah.
Let's put this back on the white train
Okay.
for the same reason.
Because victory points. Nothing. The red or the black boat now moves. The black boat may move too. Wait, this should have been gone.
Yep.
Did you want that?
Oh,
little train?
because
No,
purple
that's
came
gonna
off.
be there. It's gonna get delivered.
Okay. All right. Now we go into trucks.
All right.
Yellow has no trucks. Brown trucks.
I will
Load those 4.
Load
Have you
those
paid
4.
for that?
have not yet.
So that's a
5.
total of 5. Okay. And those are done. Those come off the board. Then we go into blue. Blue, obviously, have you paid your 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. I paid the 1.
Okay.
So these 4 cases of premium blue product go to Dusseldorf as well.
And those come off the board. And green, finally.
Green is actually moving 3 from Koblenz to Bonn. And so can you move green down by 4, please?
2, 3, 4.
Well done.
For 6.
Good.
For 3. Excellent.
Okay. So we are done with movement. We complete contracts now, fellas. Move the marker, please. Starting in London. London. There are 5. That's 28 for yellow, please.
Nice.
48. I can do that, man.
And those come off. And now we come down to Dusseldorf.
2 contracts fulfill with 4 boxes each for a total of 42.
Well done, Blue.
Wow.
42. That's 79.
79.
Well done. Well done. And all those come off.
Yep.
Brown, I'm sorry, and Colm.
Yep. So 5 for 19 plus 23. So
46. Right? 23 and 23?
Yep.
Okay. Flip it over. Don't forget. All right. Now, and take those off. And we're over to Bonn.
So, Bonn, that's 6 crates for 22 for green.
22
please.
for green is 61. And now we go into Koblenz.
Koblenz, 4, that's 14 for green, please.
14, even 75.
Oops.
Just wherever.
Yeah.
Then we go to Mainz. Mainz has 5, 13 for yellow, please.
61.
All right. And that's it. Now we do end of round. Fellas, if we can move the marker, please. All the order cards, we've already wiped them. Everything returns. So now, white ship, not empty, technically stays out there. That comes, no, that stays out there. There's a marker.
Yep.
The white train has goods on it, stays out there. The black plane, however, comes back, and the white plane in London comes back. And cargo goods on the board, there are none. End of game. So, welcome to the end of the game. All right, yay! So, end of the game, final score. At the end of the game, each player loses. Hold on, let me turn that over.
Oh, yeah.
Any contracts?
I'll do a good demo of this.
Okay, good. Scoot it up a hair. Capital equal to the penalty on each unfulfilled order. 1, and that's that. Okay. 1 capital. So I misread one little thing at the beginning. You lose for each of those that's on there. So you guys would have delivered it out there and paid. So you're going to pay one way or the other. So you're not gaining it. You're losing it.
So
my bad.
1 down for blue.
Yeah. And 4 down for brown. Each player loses. It's in bold. That's a teacher issue. Sorry. 9 capital for every truck's mortgaged. We don't need to kick the dog. After the final calculations have been made, the player with the most capital wins. In case of a tie, whoever has the most contracts wins. If there's still a tie, they kiss. It's house rule.
Well done, Mike.
All right. So if
I was called out, so that gentleman should win the giveaway.
Oh, no giveaway this game. However, thank you for that. I appreciate you throwing that in there, Mike. If you want to swing around.
No, I'll stand right.
All right. Yeah, only. Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna play kick the dog. Sorry, Asher. Not you. All right. So cool. Everyone's gathering around on the other side. Cool. All right. So here we are. Let me move that up a little, guys. All right.
There's a tarantula on my shoulder.
Right. Yeah. So Rhein River Trade. All right. So Matt and I played this once as a learning game already, and this is our second game, but it's the first kind of fluid-ish game that I feel like we've played. Ash, Amanda, and Mike, it's y'all's first game. So overall thoughts on Rhein River Trade?
I like it a lot. It's really attractive, and the logistics have a fun kind of interlocking character to them. I wish that... Well, really, I just want to play it again, but I know that we have other streams that we're doing today.
You're saying you want to play it again right now?
Oh, yeah, right now.
Okay.
Kind of seeing the speculative shipping of things. I'm realizing now I missed opportunities to dump some goods onto trains that other people were hiring to get them into the field and get them on the board so that I could have a shorter distance to fulfill upcoming as yet untaken contracts.
Yep,
okay.
Same here. It's and I agree with Ash. It's a beautiful board. The bits are beautiful. It's a pretty game. It just looks good. But you have to remember the interlocking bits of just because you're not necessarily going where that train is going right now, you might later. And it's important because those ones that pay a lot, those contracts that pay a lot, take a lot of cubes.
They're further up the track. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, and all kidding aside, even though it didn't work out well for you, did you enjoy it? Yeah.
I did.
So lessons learned, right?
Yes.
Okay. Lessons were learned.
Yes.
Mike.
I'm going to plant my tongue in my cheek here and say there's a missed opportunity with this board. You know, if you straighten that track out, I figure they could have made this board at least 2 meters long. But okay, so it's curled up. No, I'm with Ash. I could play it again right now.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed it. And yeah, it's medium weight. This would flow much more smoothly with veteran players.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, but let's face it, we're not going to be veterans at every game that we're able to stream.
No.
There's just not enough hours in the day. Yeah. Plus, you guys have jobs. Well, we all have jobs.
For now.
Matt?
Yeah, I really dig it. I dug it when we first pulled it out and started playing. I went, and everything started happening. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. And then we started really thinking about it, like being able to put something on a slow ship and just not even have a contract for it, pull out a contract somewhere else, put something on a fast ship and meet it there, and then dump everything. And
which, in theory, you can do that. I don't know how much...
In practice.
In practice, we actually did, but I think that's cool, the fact that there's still that level of exploration that's still available in the game.
I did it twice. So.
Okay, the rest of us...
Okay, show off.
The rest of us, right?
Well, I mean, even with trucks, so you can take trucks and then
right.
do it. Now that we know we can do that, that opens up a bunch of stuff.
The whole world opens up, and it makes it a much better game, being able to chain those movements of... And I really like the fact that, okay, if you were in a hurry, if you had for instance, and let me switch over the board so I can show an example here. If there was a boat here, bad example at 9, or at 5, so boats don't work for that. If there were a train, that'll work. If there were a train at 5 here, and you move goods on a plane first, you could move it from Basel up here, there, load it onto the train, and then the train moves, and the train goes up wherever, and boom, you can bust out that delivery. Now, it's not the most efficient, you're having to pay for it, but it really allows for a lot of chaining that we didn't do a whole lot of in this game that I think is really, really clever.
The potential is there.
I'm guessing you can do that twice, too. Let's just say the train was at 6, but you flew the plane into 5. Fly the plane in, put it on trucks, move it over to 6, get it on the train.
Only if the train's already moved to 6 because the trucks move afterwards. But yes, the same idea holds. So yeah, as you guys can hear, it's definitely... There's a lot more to explore than even we were able to in this game. So I would ask if y'all want to play it again, but I think that's pretty unanimous. Yes. So this is something that might be Game of the Month type stuff, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so Peanut Gallery, let's see. Paul's very proud of himself, said I was right for choosing Sweater Mike to win.
Thank you, Paul.
Paul said, how impactful was luck in the late game contracts? I don't think it really influenced it a whole lot because you had to be able to... Maybe if you're earlier in turn order, you could get 1. But if you're earlier in turn order, it means you're in last place.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a balancing act, and it's not a... I don't feel like it comes into... Maybe if we were all closer, it would have come into play.
We were pretty spread out. And if you're that far down the income track, sure, you get first pick, but maybe you don't have enough income to actually fulfill it.
Yep.
Yeah. Or trucks.
There was the possibility on that last turn because the flop of the contracts, it just so happened that there came 2 9s there. If there had only come 1 9, then any one person ahead of me would have pulled me down below Ash and Kingmakered above that Ash. Or if they just flopped with no 9s at all, that's it.
Okay. So
there's some.
There is some, but there's no way to mitigate it because you don't know what's coming and you can't anticipate,
it
right?
was speculation, so that's what you get is you get a random
draw.
So
risk reward.
That's the other thing. If you don't speculate and already have goods on the board for that last turn, you're not in position to take advantage of it anyhow.
That's true.
Fair point. Cool. All right. I guess that's about it. So again, if you enjoyed the video, and thank y'all for hanging out with us. Like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Set the alarm so you guys can see whenever we go live streaming. We have 3 more today that we're going to be doing here in a little bit. Looking at time, probably after lunch. So give us an hour or so. Other than that, if you want to support the show on Patreon, we definitely would appreciate it. Patreon.com/heavycardboard. It might give us the freedom to do a whole lot more of these in the future. So we definitely would like that. And if you don't listen to the podcast already, heavycardboard.com. Anything else?
No.
Cool. All right. Thanks a lot, y'all. Yeah, we'll catch y'all in a little bit. So thanks for watching.
Remember them
Ciao.
trails.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.